It's not. I mean, it's not a bad price.
What is that? Like $1.05 a month? $1.15?
Yeah, probably something like that. You just pay it all at once. But then there's a thing there, like, you can pay $50 per album if you want it to be on forever. And I was like,
Who do you think I am? Post Malone?
I was like, oh, then I won't have to think about it next year. But, yeah,
What is
forget
that?
that.
Like $1.05?
Shut up.
I can't do math. It's hard.
Well, I'm gonna pour this glass. Actually, no, turn the share around. If you could share the stream.
Oh.
It'd be really chill if you shared it to Cardboard Dick Smash.
Here's the thing, I don't have Facebook on my phone.
Oh!
I used to, and I got rid of it because I was like, I don't like the Zuck control my life when I'm shitting or in bed, so
That's
I just
fair.
got rid of it. But then I got Reddit, and now I'm wasting more time. So
At least it's not the Zuck doing it, though.
yeah, at least it's not the Zuck.
I'm doing it on my own terms. On Reddit. Not the Zucks. I'm gonna start calling him that. The Zuck. Just like I'm starting to call Amazon Bezos Central.
What are you calling them?
Bezos Central. Amazon.
Oh, Amazon in general? Yeah. Amazos.
Amazeus.
Amazeus.
Hey, look, it's Tyler missing out on another podcast.
Oh,
with
hey,
Keegan.
we live.
What's up, Tyler?
This is the second time he's missed out on hanging out with Keegan.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, this isn't even plugged in. It's a good thing I noticed it before we started recording.
Oh, is it not recording yet?
No, not yet. We're just live.
Live but not recording.
Huh?
We're live but not recording.
Yeah.
Who else?
do
We
that.
got
Nick
Miranda
Maxon.
and Nick.
You can chill over here. A little more. Get a little more camera, pal.
Yeah.
Scooch
You,
closer.
you can move
Danny.
those pedals out of the way.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought maybe that was one of the segments, like
No,
our
that's-
sponsors I had to read off.
That's one of the guests.
Oh. This is Computer. He's in parts right now.
I made a joke today.
Congratulations.
Solid.
Because I want to have you on Happy Fun Metal Time with Nick and Dick.
Yeah.
And Nick's like, if we're gonna have a Cardboard Dick Smash centric episode, I'd prefer to have more than one member. And I'm like, I'm sure we could get Computer on there.
Well, Aaron took him back to St. Louis. But
Oh!
I have the real computer that does the actual heavy lifting. Aaron just has the CRT monitor that requires heavy lifting. It's so dumb that we've had that and we always have to bring it to shows and he's always like babying it and I'm like, this laptop's the actual drummer. Like, this is who has the beats on it.
I'm trying to think of how this works. So like, I'm trying to think of like another real world thing that this could be interchangeable with. Like say someone sings for you in the studio, and you're the performer, or some shit like that.
Oh, like
you're the mouthpiece behind the curtain.
No, fucking yeah. The laptop is the ghostwriter.
Yeah, I mean, I write the songs on the computer.
See, like when I hear this laptop, I just think of that South Park episode with the Trapper Keeper. And it's like, I am Trapper Keeper.
Oh, yeah.
I just picture the computer sitting right here and be like,
Pretty much.
hello, Blaine. How are you?
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and start recording.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
The following journey into comics.
Journey into comics.
Journey into comics.
Journey into comics.
Journey into comics. Network production.
Sup, baby? Sup, Dave? Dave says Keegan.
Dave Linder?
Uh-huh.
Is he on the internet?
He is.
Hi, Dave.
It excites me every time. Now that I know it's coming.
What was it, last week, Miranda was like, hey, you did that live?
What's up, everybody? Dick here for another episode of Podcast Review. I believe this is episode 77. I got co-host Matt.
Hi.
Not Tyler.
No, I'm Tyler. I grew my beard back and I wore a suit.
I appreciate
And I
it.
forgot my hat.
I appreciate it. I love how you have every aspect of Tyler down. Like,
Heritage!
yeah, he's in the Heritage.
Yeah.
He's even using Tyler's microphone.
Yep.
So suck it, Tyler.
Second Tyler.
And I even gave one of Tyler's beers away. I had a 4-pack of Payday in my mini fridge, just for Tyler, and I'm like, you can have it, Keegan, because guess who's
It's
on?
really
here?
good.
I kind of like soft introed you.
Oh,
like,
should I
You can
say-
have it, Keegan. Oh
It's
yeah,
me.
Keegan's here too.
What's
I
up?
like the soft intro and it just went, there's Bear's gun. That's what it turned into.
What's up, Keegan? It's been a while since we had you on the show.
Yeah, I think it's been exactly 1 year.
Roughly. Yeah.
I feel like it was last February or March.
Yeah, I had you
Yeah.
on here with AJ,
At the old Dick studio.
Alan, Leroy, Jenkins,
Yep.
Tyler. He's got a long name, and I don't think half of it's real.
Next, big fat phone.
Stick that phony.
Big fat phone.
I hate Family Guy.
Yeah, everybody does.
I sincerely hate Family Guy.
That's like that. Is that show still on?
It
On
is.
New
Like,
episodes. That's like
Surprisingly, yes.
yeah. When I was a kid and like I had cable because it was my parents' cable.
I watched it premiere.
Was
My
that
dad-
99?
Yeah, I
I
watched
feel
it
like I
premiere.
definitely saw that or a rerun of that, like in 2002.
It's as old as SpongeBob.
Yeah, I watched
But not
that
as
premiere
good.
too.
I watched that premiere.
It was
Yeah, I
at the
remember
Kids' Choice
SpongeBob.
Awards.
I vaguely remember.
SpongeBob's a great show. Let's be
I
Yeah.
watched
Oh,
Family
yeah.
Guy premiere with my dad. My dad was like, "This is the dumbest fucking shit I've ever seen," and turned the channel.
That's exact. I think that's exactly what my dad said. But now I'll go to his house and it's on TV, and he's like, it's just it was on."
like you caught him in some like.
Are you watching? No, I was watching sports.
No,
Let me
no.
just. Where'd the sports go? Changes the channel. Yeah, it was. I was watching rugby. It's my
Do you even
favorite.
know what rugby is?
Why are you all
man?
sweaty, Dad?
I was watching Cops.
I was watching Cops. Now that's a good show to reference.
Do you guys ever watch rugby?
I
It's
think
brutal,
I have.
man.
It's
It's way
weird.
better than
I don't
football.
think there's but like like once a year when I'm at my mom's house for some like holiday and she has like 10,000 channels, so she gets like that one rugby channel. I'll just catch it like on Thanksgiving, and every time I watch, it's like a completely different sport with different rules from the last
ESPN
time.
8.
They're just
show.
like it's just guys running around like kicking each other in the face, and then suddenly like a guy will just kick a field goal and the game ends, and I'm like, how much time was left?
They could have kicked each other in the face more.
The rules,
Yeah.
the rule set does seem a bit like
Yeah, it seems to be changing.
abstract.
Abstract. That's a good
It's
way
more
to
of
put
a it's
it.
more of a feeling than like an actual set of rules.
I think the game's over. Blow the whistle. We're out.
Yeah, pretty much.
They've had enough. They've been kicked
That's
in the
probably
face.
when the
Ref's like, you guys want to
Enough.
keep going? Is anyone, you guys tired? Want to keep
The
going?
last man standing, and they're just like, all right, they're done.
If we got any rugby fans in the chat, please feel free to comment and let us know how it really is, because we have no idea, and we're just spitballing here.
It's like cricket. We don't know how
We're-
cricket
we-
works.
we're-
either.
I've heard cricket games last for days. Is that true? Like someone was telling me once they were in England and they went to one and they were like, you could buy
Oh,
tickets
shit.
for like day 3.
Speaking of, we have our probably one and only English fan, Josh Curry. Tell us about cricket.
Is this guy in England?
Tell
We
us about
need to
cricket.
know
Tell
about
us
cricket.
everything about cricket
in the
Oh, yeah.
comment section
and
below.
Brexit.
And Brexit.
I was reading about that. I want to get your take.
Yeah, tell us about cricket and Brexit. We need to know. We'll wait.
And the appeal.
Is he
of,
in England?
and the appeal of fish and chips.
He said last week. He said greetings from the UK, and it's like awesome.
So do you
We
even
have
know this
somebody in Europe listening to us.
I love fish and chips.
In the north of England, we play a different version of rugby called Rugby League.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Great name. Called Rugby League. It's exclusively played in the north, and we love it. I love.
But what about the
do they not
rules?
play it?
I love the explanation. It's rugby, but we call it Rugby League. It's played in the north. We like it.
Do
Yeah.
they not play that in like Exeter
If it's
City?
like-
Isn't that the big rugby? That's the team I always see like every time I see rugby
See,
on
when
TV.
I think of rugby, I hear the All Blacks from New Zealand.
Yeah.
and like
It's always one of those two teams.
like they're just like these massive men who just look like they can go chop down a tree with their tooth because they only have one tooth left because the rest have been kicked out.
Cricket test matches last 5 days. There are shorter versions.
Good.
3 days.
I don't know. I wonder. You think is cricket? You think more exciting than baseball? Because like if baseball was 5 days, I would just move out of the country.
Dude, baseball for 2 hours isn't exciting.
I know, but like
I'm dreading if my child eventually wants to play Little League. I'm going to try to convince them to become a male cheerleader.
they'll be like, Dad, we were talking about baseball in school today, and you're like, that's not a thing. That's not real.
That's it. Get the belt,
Forget
boys.
that.
Get the belt. Go get your slits.
You have a kid who like somehow goes 18 years without hearing about baseball, then is in college, and someone brings it up, and he's like, "What? What's baseball?" And they're like, where are you from?
He says the more popular version of rugby is called rugby union. It's just
heard
rugby. That's the
Again,
one.
what's the difference in rules is what I want to know.
Yeah, that's the one New Zealand plays, and everyone else.
That's the one with like the World Cup.
Ah.
Because isn't there a World Cup for rugby also?
I think so, probably.
I don't know. Then Miranda replied, "King of the North." Hashtag GOT for Game of Thrones. Which is a great segue because here in April we're having another show for like 7 episodes where we talk about the final season of Game of Thrones. It's going to be called Game of King Chairs. It's going to be co-hosted by none other than Brews with Dudes, Dungeons with Dudes, Doom Room, Weed Bee, Happy Fun Metal Time with Nick and Dick, Nick Maxon, and whoever else wants to join the show. So we're going to talk some Game of Thrones then.
Dang, I should really watch any episode of that.
Yeah, I fell off like
Any
3 or 4 seasons ago.
I feel like I could probably pick up at season 5 and know what's going on because everybody's dead from like the previous seasons, right?
Shorter versions of cricket are just like baseball. One-day internationals are cool, and there's also T20, 20-over cricket,
Are
which
shorter
is the
versions of
one
crickets called
Indians
grasshoppers?
go crazy for.
Aren't they
Listen, I
longer?
can talk about this
I don't
shit
know.
all night, he says.
What's his football club?
What's your
Does
football
he
club?
support? Or is he just all about the rugby?
Are you all about the rugby, or you like football? Like, wait, which football?
The real football, the one you play
It's
with
in
your
England,
foot.
right? Yeah, world football.
World
Yeah.
football. I'm an uncultured swine of an American, so
We're not talking
I
about
call
football
that
Americano.
soccer. I'm kidding. I don't really care. What up, Nate Phillips? Thank you for blessing this pod daddy.
You said Liverpool.
Is that what he said?
Yep.
Liverpool FC.
I'll be honest, I don't know Liverpool. I do know of, basically just know Real Madrid, like Manchester United, because those are like the big name that come over here with FIFA.
I watch a lot of footy. I love West Ham United. Suck it.
Suck it. Liverpool sucks.
Dude, don't get me started. Those dirtbags. Paying the refs. 2 offsides, man. Not called. Not cool.
Oh shit, we got some shit talking. Andy Ace, returning commenter from last week. He says, if you guys clip just this portion of the show and sell it as a sleep aid, you'd make a fortune. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm thinking the next
Thanks
Dick
for-
Smash album is going to be an ambient album just to put people to sleep. It seems to be really hot
Soccer
right
was an
now.
English word before it was American. It's short for association football, and rugby is short for rugby football. Of course, rugby is short for rugby football because everything with rugby has rugby in the name.
Rugby league.
We're finding out.
Union.
Rugby league, rugby union.
Oh, man. Then why are they called hamburgers if there's no ham on them? Riddle me that.
Rugby is sometimes called rugger, and association football shortened to soccer.
I had no idea that's how soccer, the name, came from.
Why didn't we shorten it to ass?
Yeah. Ass.
You guys want to play some ass?
Sock. We'll stick with the sock
We
portion.
really appreciate Mr. Josh Curry and Andy Ace for showing up yet again for another episode of Podcast for Fee.
And educating us.
And educating us on rugby and cricket.
On Rugby League Union and
soccer.
Rugby Association.
Yeah.
All the rugbies.
Association.
Wait, what's
football.
rugby sevens? Isn't it like 7-minute game? Like
Ass
mini
ball
games?
is better.
Do tell.
Assball. They probably used to call it that briefly, but it got too confusing. Like, people would show up to the matches, half of them would be naked, and people are like, what are you here for, exactly? And they're like, is this not the Assball match?
I thought this was the
I thought this was the Assball
Which ass ball
league.
are you here to play?
Yeah. So they had to change it, you know.
Okay, so what kind of topics are we wanting to talk about today?
To be honest, I came into this completely blind.
I come into this blind every week.
I know, it's great.
I don't have anything
I've never been
exciting
here.
to talk about.
Keegan and I, we had a fun conversation about, because I have that. So I recently purchased off of a friend a Google Home Mini, and it retails for like $50. I got it for $30. It's still like in the box, in the plastic, brand new. The guy just did not want it, so I nabbed that up today. And
This coworker's name is Mark Zuckerberg.
God!
No, his name is
Got him.
His name is John.
Zuckerberg?
John Zuckerberg.
I kind of want to get him on this show, but at the same time, I don't, because he talks like super fast.
Okay.
He's hyper intelligent, but he just talks so fast, especially
Yeah.
if it's about something he's passionate
He should be
about.
he should graduate to Joe Rogan.
He once told me they just wanted to play Assball Pride. Aren't you guys supposed to lead this combo? Yeah, sorry, dude. We're kind of
All
relying
right,
on
sound
you
up
today.
in the comments what we're going to be talking about today.
But no, so one time he told me how George R.R. Martin came up with the concept of, or the whole story of Game of Thrones through some English conquest of I don't know, just way back in the day in like 1100 when England came to be or whatever. And I was like, damn, that's fucking deep. Maybe one day I'll have him on it and he can explain it, and it'll take all of 3 minutes because he talks so fast.
Get him a bunch of coffee, that'll overload the system.
Dude.
Slow him down, maybe.
Dude, no.
No.
I need to give him like a fuck ton of weed.
Or that, whatever.
It'll slow him down to like a reasonable level.
Xanax. It's another option you
Oh,
can go.
true. But anyway, so I was like, sweet, I have like a direct link to product placement on my, or ad God, I had words earlier.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
I have like a direct link to ad placement on my timeline and all that, like the targeted ads. That's what I was trying to say. Yes. So
Those targeted ads.
fuck.
They know me.
So
they know
like
me.
my Google Home is gonna be like listening to me talk, and it's just all of a sudden I'm just gonna start seeing fucking ads for everything. And people are like so worried, like, oh yeah, the NSA is gonna listen, or like companies are gonna listen, especially Google and all that, and they're gonna start targeting ads and using your information and shit. And I'm like, let them.
They're just gonna see a lot of porn that I watch, and that's pretty
Just
much
incognito mode it.
You're right.
And then, like, I'm like, dude, let them. I love it when I see an ad for something I didn't know I wanted.
But you have a money spending problem, Blaine.
Not anymore.
Blaine, this
Not
weekend
anymore.
you
Did you
buy
get
an
it? Did you fix
Xbox
it?
Elite controller.
I did.
And you bought
Why?
one of those Google Home things.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to start PC gaming now.
You don't need a... Go buy a $30 controller from GameStop, because that's what I got.
Bro.
Wait, you bought
done.
a Pro controller?
You bought a
Like-
$150 controller.
What?
To play PC gaming.
It's nice.
Wait,
though.
that's not even for like Xbox, or is that for Xbox?
It is for Xbox, but I can put it on. I can hook it up
It's,
to PC.
since it's a Microsoft
Dude,
product.
I'm just now noticing your massive porn tower down there.
porn
That is-
tower.
Those of you at home can't really see the full extent of this porn dungeon studio that Dick has.
Yeah,
It's a complete battle station.
But I mean, why buy that controller instead
Dude.
of just like a cheaper one from GameStop?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, man, come on.
I could.
That's what I'm talking
Well, you
about.
still want to go brand name.
You have
you
a
remember like
spending
those?
problem.
That's like when you had your boys over to play some Melee on the GameCube, and the guy no one liked got the like off-brand controller. You're like, you can use this one; it works just as great as the others, but the buttons always stuck, and like the stuff just didn't feel right.
I went in for a cheap controller. I went out not with.
Here's the
one.
thing: what are you going to play on PC?
When Anthem comes out this weekend.
Mouse and keyboard, bro.
I hate that.
You just have to practice.
I don't want to practice. I want to use a
That's
controller.
a pretty weak keyboard you got, though.
Yeah, it's a Logitech crap.
Should really up.
It's
you
not
should
meant for
really upgrade.
gaming.
Listen, bro.
You need to spend a
keyboard's
little
where it's
bit
at.
more money. You gotta spend money to make money, you know. So
Trust me, it is. Your aim's better.
I don't want.
You're more precise.
this
You're
guy knows what's up.
faster.
What are
These
you playing on that
comments are
thing?
just
Roller
blowing
Coaster
up.
Tycoon?
I went from PS4 console gaming to PC. Was it a bitch at first? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want them. I don't game enough to get better.
Not to mention, you're playing an Anthem. That game has no PvP in it, man.
I don't want to do
Yeah.
PvP.
So why get a controller that's a PvP-based controller?
I don't know. It's
I
cool.
PvP in
Go
Roller
take that
Coaster
shit
Tycoon
back and get a cheap one.
really hard. I show no mercy in the parks.
I go real hard in the paint, coach.
One day, Dick accidentally live streams at the wrong time. That's a podcastrophe.
Oh man.
These comments are just blowing up. Josh Perry's like, haven't even answered your Brexit question yet.
Oh yeah, we.
I forgot about the Brexit question.
Josh is also like, take a photo of your porn tower. Automatic
Post
lotion
it to
dispenser, bar
r/battle
sink
stations.
next to the keyboard, and a vacuum trash receptacle.
Well,
That's what I
that's what
think
that
when I
was.
hear Command Center and Dick.
Yeah.
So recently,
This is the Dick Command Center.
Miranda's like, I have a text saying, I'm done at work. I'm stopping by Best Buy to buy a cheap PC controller.
that's what I mean.
I didn't like it. To be fair, I was there for an Xbox One controller.
Okay, then why get the Elite one then?
I always wanted one.
You don't have any reason for it though. Justify your purchase with not
It
just
is what it is.
I want. I'm just telling you.
It is what it is. It's already bought.
Anyway, we're talking about games. I decided I wanted to start streaming again.
Awesome.
So I set up all my stuff, and been playing Apex Legends a lot. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it.
Somebody at work's been trying to get me to play it.
So it's one of those battle royale games, except it's from the people that made Titanfall, and it's free to play. So again, it's like Fortnite with that.
Yeah.
It's got that same model, and oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with it. It's the only thing I want to play. There's mornings where I
Sounds good.
contemplate quitting my job to play this game.
Wow.
Yeah. I
You
haven't.
better be good at it.
I'm not. I'm trash.
Then don't quit your job.
Why no? So maybe I'm thinking about changing my stream name to the Mediocre Gamer,
Nice.
because I'll be mediocre always and forever. And maybe I'll just have to roll with that as like a gimmick. But yeah, check out my stream.
I'm a mediocre gamer
Yeah.
with an Xbox.
Everyone
I
I
have a
know is
Nintendo.
mediocre. Dude, Nintendo Switch. That's
I
where-
do now have a Switch, yeah.
Nice.
I used to, I have a
Nice.
Wii U as well. It's far superior to the Switch because the controller's bigger and easier to hold, but, you know, they had to stop making games for it.
Get
and
the
then-
Pro Controller, man.
for the Wii U?
No, for the Switch.
My
Wait, I think I have one. What is that? The Pro Controller?
It's a controller.
Yeah. I mean, I've got that on the Switch.
They have
It's
an
like,
attachment where you can
yeah.
attach the Joy-Cons.
I never played the Switch portably because, like, I have a TV. Like, why would I ever?
Well,
I don't
maybe
even.
you can't carry around that TV everywhere.
Yeah, but that's
bro.
like that whole that I don't even get
The
that.
screen's
I don't
big
even
enough
get
that it
that
doesn't
line of
matter.
advertising. They're like, you can also take it on the go, and I'm like, I don't take sweatpants on the go, bro. Like, I'm only gonna play it in my house. Why would I? I don't understand the concept
I
of
like the
portable
commercial for that
gaming.
where they show the guy like on the subway.
Yeah, it's like,
with
dude.
the Switch. It's like that guy's getting fucking mugged.
Yeah, it's like that he's gonna get his ass kicked
Like
for being a
I'm
nerd.
if I'm in downtown Chicago with a fucking Switch, I'm getting my ass beat by some dude going, "Give me that Switch, bitch, because I'm gonna sell
Give
it."
me that Switch, bitch.
Like that's
My,
what's gonna happen.
My son's getting so good at Super Smash Bros. That he's actually starting to unlock characters for me. So let him go.
I've always been terrible at Smash.
I have too. He kicks Miranda and I's ass at it. He's 5.
Yeah, they like. People are always like, "Oh yeah, it's a really good fighting game." I don't classify it as an actual fighting game.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a terrible
Well,
fighting game person. though,
I'm
too.
terrible at it.
Yeah.
Unless it's Godzilla, destroy all monsters. I kicked ass at that game. It's just silence.
I'm not good at any video
Cool.
game. Like I said,
Cool.
I'm a mediocre gamer.
Yeah, I'm not joking when I say I literally downloaded Roller Coaster Tycoon last year to play it again
Dude.
and was just crushing it.
Dude.
I actually lost. on
Like
the
2018, I was like, you know what's the hottest game right now? RCT1
Dude, I played the shit out
with
of
the
RCT1.
expansions.
I
I
never
bought it
played
off
2.
Steam for like $3 and a
Nice.
penny or something. It was really. I remember like You have a spending problem with the controller. I sat there and I'm like, do I really want to spend $3 on this? And then I was like, I mean, I'm gonna enjoy it for at least this afternoon. That's like, it's a better value than
That's like
a
renting a movie.
cheeseburger.
That's like if I went to the Red Box down by the Dollar
Right,
General.
so it's Dude, I don't even own a DVD player. Like, I couldn't even go to Redbox. I don't even get. People are still buying those.
Oh.
Netflix doesn't have everything, man.
No,
guess.
I know.
I do have
I-
Netflix.
I play. So I recently to get Anthem. I had to re-download Origin,
Yeah.
and I downloaded that, and I saw. Oh shit! I have I have Red Alert 2.
Dude, that game was
And Red Alert
awesome.
2 Yuri's Revenge already on there. I'm like, wait, what the? Oh yeah, I forgot I had this. So I might play that at some point.
Well, I'll say this: you got Origin, download Apex Legends. It's free.
Yeah.
Might as well. But as far as Anthem is concerned,
Is it on Steam too? Because I have that as well.
No.
Okay.
It's strictly Origin.
Okay.
But like Anthem, I told myself Scott gave me a code. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
But I told myself I'm going to wait to play this game because these type of games, these like MMO type games, never launch smooth. And I'm glad I waited because they have had nothing but bugs. I've heard. All the people that I'm on Discord with every night that play it, they're like, "Dude, I just want them to fix this." So I'm just happy I waited. I was smart. I saved my money. The Division 2 is what I'm waiting for.
Yeah. I never liked the Division.
Well, here's the thing. Did you play it after they did like their updates
I didn't
throughout?
play it. I watched my roommate play it, and I was like,
Okay. I was like,
I'm not into this.
So after they did a bunch of updates and fixed it, it actually was a pretty good game.
Yeah.
And
I just didn't like the
From-
style.
it's not everybody's cup of tea, but from the first impressions of Division 2's beta, they kept all the stuff that people like. They have a couple things that don't need to change, like the UI is apparently a pain in the ass. But looks like a fun time, fun ride. It'd be better than Destiny, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not hard though.
Yeah, I've been searching for like some kind of PC game to play since. So I got a new graphics card. I got an RTX 2060. Dude, it has made the streaming so much easier.
I know.
Like there is no
I upgraded to
lag whatsoever.
I actually bought Scott's old 1060.
Nice. I sold my 1050 Ti today to guest Cameron.
You had a 1050 Ti, and then you went up to a 2060.
Yeah.
And it's
So much better.
Really?
Yeah, so much better.
That surprises me because Ti is
Pretty
fucking
good, yeah.
strong.
But it would lag. The streams would lag and shit. So I'm a lot happier with it. But it came with a free Anthem code.
Yeah.
So and Battlefield 5, which I don't give a fuck about that.
I thought you had to choose between one or the other.
So I thought so too, but they sent me two. They sent me one for Battlefield 5 and then one where I choose between Battlefield 5 and Anthem.
Oh.
So I could have got Battlefield 5 twice.
Whoa.
But I didn't. God, scrubbing Dick down tonight. Poor little
King is
guy.
like, I like Nintendo.
So just hanging out on this couch right now.
He's the guest. We need to focus on the guest.
I mean, this is fine. Sounds like the fans like what you guys are
It's
talking
fun.
about.
It's
I guess.
fun.
I did actually. I'm a bit of a PC gamer. I just brushed off the old folder with Diablo 2 on my computer.
Nice.
It was actually on my laptop, and I moved it to my desktop. I didn't know you could do that, but you can. Just like Aaron said, just get a flash drive. It worked. But apparently, someone just made like a huge mod for D2 called like Median XL, and my brother was telling me about it, and I was like, what? So I just downloaded it, and he and I have been playing it all week, and it's like, it's taking me back. It's a lot easier now, though. You can level up like too fast, and I'm basically death, so nothing can kill me.
I've been playing Diablo 3 because my cousin was like, new season starting, you got to play with us. And I was like, whatever. So he got it, and he actually bought the game for me. He's just like,
I've done
all right.
half of my games he buys for me just because he wants
I've
me
done
to
that
play.
with Monster Hunter.
Yeah, he's just like, here,
Is it
play
great, D3?
I had a fun time with
Did you
it.
play a lot of Diablo 2?
See, this is actually the first Diablo I've ever played.
Ah, there we go.
And so-
I mean, I remember forever being excited for D3, but then like it came out, and I had a bunch of friends who were like, it's crap. It's not as good as the old ones. And I'm just like, and then
I remember when
lost it. I
Diablo
never
3
even
came
played
out,
it.
people were pissed off.
Yeah. I had a roommate who had it, but yeah, I don't know if he ever played the second one
Never
or the
got
first
into
one.
those. Never got into those either.
It's fun. I enjoy it. It's fucking easy.
So
The third one, D3.
Dude, I'm just running through it. Like I said, I've never played before, and I'm just like running through it with not even any problems.
I think, I don't know about 3, but like, I know games today have got to be insane compared. Like the first Diablo came out in like the 90s, like the mid 90s, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Around the same time like StarCraft 1 came out.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
D2 came out in
Mid-90s.
like 2001.
So, my coworker Joe / former landlord, roommate, piece of shit.
It's probably not in the chat right
he's
now.
not even a mediocre gamer. So just
He's a
let me set
pro.
the stage. Let me set the stage. He played God of War, which surprised me. I was shocked that he played the new God of War.
Oh, that's only for pros.
He went all the way through the game, and I was watching him play one day just because I was like, okay, I already beat this, so I don't want to replay it again. I don't like replaying games much. So I was watching him play and just reliving the fun of it, and
You could relive the fun of it playing it again.
I could, but it's funny because he was just like having the hardest time, and I could tell he was just struggling because he sucks at games. 2, I was like, and then he happened to pause the game and like go into like to change something, and I was like, dude, he was like 3/4 of the way through the game and he had upgraded nothing.
Like had basic gear.
He had all basic. I mean, he'd been changing his gear, but he hadn't upgraded any of his like magic or any of his gear.
You gotta upgrade.
You gotta upgrade.
Got to.
So I told him, I was like, dude, what the fuck? You haven't upgraded anything? He's like, I don't even know how to do that. I'm like, what?
That's a great impression
I
of
really
this guy
hope
I've
that's how
never
he
met.
talks in real life.
I was like, yeah, that's really what he sounds like. Never met him. But I'm sure that's what he
So
sounds
fast
like.
forward, and he's playing Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man game. And he's having a good time with it, but I just happen to walk in, and he's playing it, and he's like, God damn, I can't... He's looking for the backpacks. Which
I've never played it.
There are these backpacks all randomly throughout. Because have you ever... It's like kind of like a joke within Spider-Man that he's like just walking along with his backpack and all that, and like, oh, spider sense. Throws the backpack on a fucking building and just runs away. Well, he has to keep getting backpacks because he can't remember where he put them. So these backpacks, it's how you unlock more costumes. Or more Spidey suits. And so he's just going
That's
through.
a cool little feature.
It is, and it's cool how they explain why there's so many.
Yeah.
Like it's just some stupid joke, and it's hilarious. But he's like in the middle of a park. The backpack is below. He's on like directly on top of it, but it's showing that it's below. He's like, I don't know how to fucking get it. Like, he's getting super pissed, and I'm like, well, is there something like? Is there like a subway? This is New York. Is there like a subway down there or something? He's like, I don't know. So he goes, and then sure enough, there's a subway like directly below him, and he goes there, and there's a fucking backpack. I'm like, dude, come on, man.
That sounds like how I play video games.
So
Poorly.
he's going through the Uncharted series. I don't want to know how bad he is at it, but he's going through them.
Those can be a difficult game.
He's
too.
doing it though. He likes them.
They're fun.
He doesn't have the
Insanely
attention
fun.
span for like a real game.
Whoa.
Not
shots
to say
fired.
Uncharted's not.
What's a
I'm
real
not saying,
game?
dude, that's like
dude?
a.
I'm talking
Is
like
Tetris not a real game?
I'm not talking like a giant game. Like so
You can't do something like an open world.
Yeah.
Those
So,
are hard to play. I'll be honest.
he
I
told
have
me-
trouble getting through those because I'm just like, I just want to do the quest. I don't want to be distracted by all these side.
Oh, dude, I only side quest. I love big games like that where I could be like, you know what? The
I am
princess
not this
will be
legendary
fine.
warrior. I am just a regular guy, and I'm gonna help people out.
Dude, yeah, that's
Fuck my
did you play any
destiny.
Zelda games?
Here's the thing, though. Like,
There is no destiny but what we make it.
Yeah, man.
that's all fine and grand and stuff. If it's presented like World of Warcraft,
Yeah.
where there isn't really a main, like, there's main stories, yes, but the vanilla was just you becoming a legend.
Yeah.
Like, the whole game was just, hey, do all these side quests, and then you'll be this like really big old badass that people are like, holy shit, he did that thing in that town, and then
Whoa.
you go and you just raid. And
That's what I do in Skyrim. They're always like, dude, these dragons are fucking these villages up. And I'm like, yeah, I know, that's cool. I'll get to that later. But right now I gotta I gotta see what this dog's trying to tell me over here. I gotta go find 30 cow pelts.
So
I'm just doing all this. I'm like, let me do some mining real quick. Let me just work up my mining skills. And they're like, we are just being ravaged coast to coast right now by dragons. And I'm like, yeah, just live in a cave, pussy. It's not that big a deal.
They live in the caves. Find a new cave.
Find a different cave.
Joe, he's like, I don't know what to play after Uncharted. I need another game. And I'm like,
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Well, he has Fallout 4. I did suggest Horizon.
Fallout 4 sucks.
I know. He's like, but people were starting to tell him about Fallout 4, and he's like, I don't think that's a game for me. And I'm like, well, I mean, it's kind of the same thing, but maybe try Skyrim. And Brandon, you've met Brandon. He goes, dude, no. Joe, you don't have the attention span for that.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's not the game for you. He basically called him a dumbass right in front of his face. Like, you are too dumb for this game. And I'm like, really? Skyrim? Like, that's like the basic person RPG.
See, I'm not a big Skyrim.
I thought Mario RPG was the basic RPG.
But,
We
yeah,
keep
I
going
was
to
raised
Nintendo,
on.
so let's just talk about the Switch. You play that Pokemon game yet?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The Let's Go games? Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee?
All I have on... Well, I have Breath of the Wild on Wii U, because that's what I bought my Wii U for, and then when it came out, they were like, it's going to be on Switch and Wii U, I guess. And I was just like, bitch, are you serious?
it's like the last thing that came out
Yeah,
for you.
but like I bought the Wii U like over a year before the Zelda game came out, because I knew it was happening, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking get in there early. I'm gonna be in on the ground floor.
I did that same thing.
They announced it, and they're like, there's a new thing called the Switch.
Monster
But
Hunter,
I do have a Switch.
Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate came out for Wii U, and like a month before Monster Hunter came out, I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and get the Wii U ahead of time, get it all
I love it.
updated to where it needs to be,
Yeah.
even though I could have done that like a couple days before Monster Hunter came out and been ready.
I pretty much just on my Wii U, I have Breath of the Wild, and then just like old Zelda games loaded onto it. Like I've got Ocarina, Majora's Mask, and Wind Waker HD.
Nice.
It's the only game I really care about anymore. I just
really
saw
like
that they're
the Wii U.
remaking Link's Awakening on Switch. That's what I'm
Yeah.
stoked for.
I really like the Wii
That's
U.
the first game I think I've ever played,
I
was
enjoyed
Link's
the Wii U.
Awakening.
I enjoyed it because like I got the Wii U when I lived with Scott and Justin.
Yeah.
And that TV wasn't always open. But because of the gamepad, I could play my Wii U game on the gamepad like it was a Switch.
Yeah.
It was the Switch before the
It
Switch.
was the Switch before the Switch. I had a Wii U. I had fun with it. I pretty much bought it strictly for Mario Kart.
I bought mine strictly for Monster Hunter.
I have Mario Kart on it.
Like, I love Mario Kart with a passion. And I had, like, Gold Kart. I had everything unlocked. Like, 200cc is annoyingly hard.
Yeah.
Especially on
I
the
stuck to
later...
Hundo.
Dude, on the later cups. And not to mention, I found out that on the Wii U, they have a, like, scale. Like, a slider that it adjusts to how good you are in the game. So it's just like that game. If anybody else tried to play it but me on our console, they had the worst fucking time ever.
Yeah. Don't get Pod Daddy Nate started on fucking Mario Kart.
Does he hate it?
No, he's like apparently exceptionally good at it. Never lost publicly.
Publicly?
I was insanely good at the 64 version.
Yeah, everyone was great.
Well,
Okay.
For one summer, I pretty much lived on his couch. I was going to Ivy Tech at the time, and I didn't want to drive back and forth between Delphi and Lafayette.
Yeah.
So I just like stayed with him and his roommate Scott for like the entire summer.
We need to get Scott back on this show.
Yeah, and every night, half the time I didn't even go to school, but
Nice.
every night it was just like me and Scott would play Pokemon Stadium 2 mini games and Mario Kart on the 64.
Dude, that's the way to do it.
We got so freaking ridiculous at both of those
Oh
games.
my fucking god! And I remember because I wouldn't play.
Yeah.
I would either.
You refused to half the time.
Not really.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's because I didn't want to play with you guys.
That's,
you guys
why
were
you refused.
you guys were so ridiculous about it. Like, they were like, "Oh!" Fucking, they're just going nuts over it, and I'm like, I want to sleep.
Yeah, it's like 3 a.m. and we're screaming at the top of our lungs.
Well, I don't know. Like, I think at that time I was still awake.
Chris just texted me. He just wanted to let all the fans at home know that drunk Chris is drunk and alone in his basement where he belongs. I invited him out, but I guess...
Well, that's funny, because Miranda's comments, he said, I tried to get Chris to surprise sneak attack you guys, but he won't. Chris said you never invited him.
He said you didn't when I told him. And I was like, yeah, I'm inviting you right now.
I told him to invite you.
I don't know Chris. So don't you put that shit on me, Chris.
He's another... he's another dick smasher.
Let's keep it 100, Chris. I don't know you, bro. But now I don't want to know you.
Whoa. No, you want to know Chris. He's got the toitest bass tone in town.
Toitest?
Toitest. Sorry, Strasma. It's the toitest.
Oh, gosh. But yeah, like, my Switch, the only game I do own right now is the Let's Go Pokemon games.
I only have Mario Odyssey and FIFA 18 because I'm a cheap bastard. And I bought it like the day 19 came out, so it went from $60 to $30, and I'm
all
like,
all they do is update roster.
Yeah, pretty much, and you can do that yourself.
Yeah,
so.
you can download
but
the roster.
There's I don't know if there's a way because I have it online now, but like, there's definitely guys on my team in real life who like this year are throwing down, but like in 2017 when 18 came out, they were like, that guy never plays, make him suck. And I'm like trying to play him more. I'm like, no, he's really good. He's like the MVP right now. And they're like, nah, he's like He's an amateur. They're like, he would never start. And I'm like, I'm starting him in every game.
That's how I do that with NBA 2K. I'm not buying the new year. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not buying the updated roster. I'll just download it. And I'll make a few players that I like. And they're just trash compared to what their ratings would be. Or some players are exceptionally good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if any of you follow like sports, but there's a guy in sports called Lonzo Ball.
I'd have him on my team just because.
Well, he plays for the Lakers, and his dad is fucking ridiculous. But the kid's trash. But on NBA 2K, after his like rookie season, he turns into this god, who's like possibly the all-time greatest point guard ever in the NBA. So it's like, what I like to do is I like to build teams and see if I can win championships with them in the future. So it's like, as long as you get him on your team, you're golden.
I don't know how it translates in basketball, but in FIFA I found the only stat that matters is speed and stamina. If you got a guy who can run really fast and for a long time, it's like you just smoke pipes with him. He can be... You can be awful at scoring goals, but like if you're that fast, you take like 30 shots a game, and you're like, one's gonna go in. Like it's statistically speaking, you're gonna score at least one or two.
For the
goals.
NBA games, it's how good can you shoot a 3-pointer?
Yep.
And how good are you at defense?
That's funny. That's all it was last time I played a basketball game, which was NBA Hang Time for the Super Nintendo. The only stats I'd work on my dude were like
Kobe Bryant's NBA
were like steals and
for
3-pointers.
Nintendo 64.
Whoa.
NBA Jam Super Nintendo.
Yeah. Kobe Bryant.
I do like
NBA
though in like FIFA. Sometimes you'll get a guy, you'll buy some player who's like not that well known or not that great or on like some really low league team, and so you know the people at FIFA are just like, yeah, I don't know, he sucks probably, but like he'll have some random they'll be like, he is the fastest player in the game for no reason, but everything else is awful. Or they'll be like, yeah, this guy plays for this like basically semi-pro team, but he has the highest shoot rating in the whole game. I just thought I'd give one guy like a 99 shoot. Everything else is like a 40, but I don't know. I thought it'd be funny. And then you find that you're like, buy that dude, 1,000 pounds? Like, no problem. I can do that right now.
You see him like trudging along.
It's real slow.
But he shoots from
midfield
and just corner pockets it, man.
They're just like you just know someone at EA or whatever is just like, I don't know, fuck, just... How many more players are there that we have to make stats for? Like,
EA
1,000?
Like, can we microtransaction Ronaldo?
Yeah, they focus on all the funny thing is I still have it, but the first one I had was FIFA 11 for the Wii standard, and like the Wii wasn't known for its graphics, so of course there was like 10 face patterns that everyone had, but they went above and beyond on like a select number of top world-class players and made him look more realistic. So you just, even if you didn't know the player, you knew he was good if he had like a unique face. It was like, oh, that guy's good because he looks way sharper than the other players. Like, he was literally one guy would be in HD and everyone else looked the same.
One guy's got 8 pixels. The other guy's looks full
This guy's got
resolution.
64, yeah.
Man,
That's how you know when you play a world-class team, because everyone on the team is like got a unique face, and my team was like 3 guys who were identical.
The Wii,
And I'm
I
like,
think,
shit.
I think the Wii is still like considered like the highest selling console of all time.
No.
No,
Nice. I bet it is.
it did.
I feel like that was a console that broke into just like the normal people.
Well, it was
crowd.
like super overhyped because they're like, check
Or
it
that
out, we
too.
got red steel,
and motion sensor control.
and they're like, oh yeah, you can be a samurai and use the nunchucks to fucking
I actually think it is
take
the,
out cowboys.
I loved it.
Xbox 360, I think, is the highest selling console. of
Yeah,
all
I
time.
can't remember.
But
I wish Brandon
They
Stone
made
was
more
watching,
if
he would
they
help
were
us
still
out.
making them. The N64 would be the best selling
Yeah.
because like
But the Switch is actually the within the year that it launched, the fastest selling
Yeah,
to a certain number.
they are the Linkin Park of game consoles.
Their hybrid theory.
what does that mean?
Linkin Park's known as the fastest selling artist of all time.
Really?
When Hybrid Theory came out, yeah.
How fast did they sell? What? How many?
I can't give you statistics right now, but nah, that's just what I heard.
I believe it, dude. When like,
Maybe that's what you read.
Meteora and Hybrid Theory were out, dude. I loved Linkin Park.
I mean, I remember they definitely were like. I mean, like all bands, one day they weren't, and then the next they were.
that
So
was
like,
5th grade for us.
Hybrid Theory, yeah.
Yeah,
what year did that come out?
that would have been
That's-
2001.
Yeah, 2001.
I was in 5th grade then. Yeah,
Holy
Never
shit, we're the
forget.
same age. I never knew
28.
that.
Yeah,
I'm 27, about to be 28.
I just turned.
He was
28,
09.
Like,
He was 09.
That's-
He's still in.
wait, what year did you graduate?
09.
Oh yeah, that's when I graduated.
Yeah, he's still in. He's 09.
You want to hear something funny about '09? Because like none of them are going to be in this chat, so I can say this. But like, somebody made a Facebook group for my high school, like 2009 graduating class. They made the group like 2 years ago, and just like people were commenting like, "Oh, I do this now." And I remember feeling like really good because I'm like, at least I don't still live in my hometown, even though like I've now lived here for it's now my hometown because I've pretty much been here since '09. But like, someone last summer made a post and they're like, all right, come, or like, yeah, it would have been last summer, and they were like, next summer's 2019, it's going to be our 10-year reunion, and they're like, if you guys are interested in doing it, like, leave your email or something on this thread, and we'll like.
We recently had a thing for our school. Like it was like back in the fall or something. Someone make the 2009 group, just like you're saying. They're like, we're trying to plan the 10-year anniversary, and I'm like, let's do this.
How
Literally
many
half the
people did you
are like,
graduate
I'm not
with?
going.
I'm going.
We-
I'll show
we
up if I'm the
graduated
only
like
fucking person
116.
there.
Dude, I had like 940 people in my class, and so
127.
they made that's like one that was like my history class.
I graduated 96th.
Wow.
Why do you remember that?
Because it's the only thing I got, bro.
Oh yeah, that's right. They gave you they gave you a stat at graduate. I think I was in the middle. I think I was like
Well,
400
I was
something,
so
and I'm like,
low.
what?
I was
That
so
is really
low, that's
funny.
why I remember.
But they made this thing though, and like hundreds of people were leaving their emails, and then just like maybe 2 months ago, the person who started the post commented something like, "Guys, I've been really busy lately, and I can't do this." And then someone else was like, they were like, "Can anyone take over?" And someone goes like, "Yeah, I can. How far did you get?" And they comment forever, and they're like, "This list." And I was like, "Oh," I'm texting my friends, and I'm like, "Are you guys reading this?" Like,
This is the
so
greatest
this new person made. They're like, "All right, guys, I made this GoFundMe page. If anyone's interested, like, we start throwing. Let's try to raise a few grand. We'll rent out like a bar or something." It's been up for like almost 2 months. It's still 0 donations.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I was like telling my friends, I'm like, dude, I have seen a lot of bad GoFundMes. I'm like, I've never seen one have 0 for this. Out of like 900 people, I'm like, God, we suck. And my friend was like, you should donate $1 and leave a comment on it that just says, fuck you. To
You
like,
should donate $1 and be first.
on like day 40 of the thing being up first. I might. That's worth $1. I wonder how
Watch
low
you
I
just
could donate. I
completely-
wonder if I could donate like 30 cents.
You'll just completely inspire
Like,
Yeah, then it raises.
did it. Someone
did it. Now we can
Someone
start.
did it. We're not losers if we do it now.
Finally win.
I wish you could see, like, you know how on I love hate, mostly hate, but secretly love how like the internet and stuff like Facebook have like really appealed to the creeper crowd. Like on Messenger, it'll tell you when someone saw your message, so it's like you can send someone a message, and before you could just read it and be like, I don't know, maybe I'll respond, but now you have to because it'll be like, Dick read this. Like I kind of want that GoFundMe to be like, everyone has looked at this a lot, because like I've been on that GoFundMe page like 10 times and I still haven't donated. I'm just checking to see if anyone's had it, but no one has. But like I imagine, I want to know how, or at least a number. I want to know how many hits that website's getting. Like lots of people keep going.
There's some tracker somewhere, I'm sure.
I remember back in the day on MSN Messenger, the only way I knew someone actually read my message was if it said they were typing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they're typing. Okay, they read it. Cool.
Right, sick.
Then I'd send a message and nothing for like hours. I'm like, huh.
Wait, where'd they go?
Oh.
The days of MSN Messenger.
They're ignoring me.
I just used AIM.
I used that too. Not as much as MSN.
I was MSN.
I was MSN and Yahoo, and then almost strictly MSN. Facebook Messenger really killed it.
I hate Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
They really killed it.
I mean, I use it, but it's like...
I
Somebody called me once on... Did you know you can make phone calls on Facebook Messenger?
You can call...
I like hung up and threw my phone when it happened. I was like, what the hell? It was like, someone's calling you on Facebook, and I'm like, no!
They don't even need my number now.
Gone with you, Zuck. Yeah, that was insane.
The Zuck's got me!
Yeah, you can do video calls.
Oh my god.
Voice calls. Messages. It's nuts.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm
not
very
on board.
anti-technology.
I accidentally hit video chat on the Podcastrophy group chat the other day, and I was like, I don't want to see these guys.
I don't want to see you.
I was like,
I don't even have a webcam.
I don't know what this
have
is
to do on my
about.
phone.
I don't know why I did this, but I'm ending this now. I was like, I don't want to see these fucks.
I didn't see it, so you're.
Yeah, I canceled it before it went out. I'm like, no. I don't want
our
to do
10-year high school reunion is supposed to be this year.
It is.
Have they planned anything out actually officially yet?
If you're part of that group, you would know.
I think I am part of the group.
Well, if you paid attention.
I'm guessing my class is not having one.
I've
also heard though. I have friends who are like a year or two older. I should ask them because I've also heard some people are like, yeah, I just don't think anyone does reunions anymore. It's like
And that bums me out because that's one thing I've been looking forward to.
Oh, I really wasn't, but one of our friends was like, I'm going, so you guys have to go. And then I suddenly was like, wait a minute. I'm like, guys, we could get drunk and then show up drunk.
I want to see everybody.
I mean, I just want to see my friends I already see. So.
I was about to say, I already talked to the people that I would want to talk to anyway.
I guess I have a few friends who I'd like to hit up again, but then I'm like, I could literally just Facebook them whenever. So
yeah, you could.
Like,
am I gonna?
The only reason I feel like you should go
Maybe.
to a reunion is if you're single and trying to get laid.
Or you really love gloating and be like, look how famous I am now.
I kind of want to do that.
Show up and be like, look how famous I am. Be like,
you gotta understand who I was in 2009.
Skinnier?
About 80 pounds skinnier.
Hey, me too.
I know. I had a picture show up in my memory
this, but I had no
of that
hair.
summer. It was like summer of 2010 when we were all at my dad's house playing Guitar Hero.
Mm-hmm.
Guitar Hero, I think it was like Guitar Hero 5.
What?
Yeah.
You had 5 in 2010?
Well, yeah.
They have 5 Guitar
No, it
Heroes
would have
now?
been Guitar Hero like
No, it was 5.
Metallica or something like that.
Oh, it may have been Metallica, but either way, I mean, I had both of them. No, it was 5 because we were playing Breaking Benjamin on it.
Whatever.
Some heavy metal shit.
Whatever.
I just remember Guitar Hero 3 because that was the one we played all the time at my house on the projector.
We,
I remember playing Guitar Hero 1 at my neighbor's house, and no one had it, and I was like, this game's kind of neat, I guess. And like, we'd play, and we're like... This...
Were you playing guitar by then?
Oh, yeah. I've been playing since I was 9. So I used to get really mad at Guitar Hero, because I was like, I can fucking play this song for real, but I can't play it in this game. I eventually got really good at Guitar Hero, just because I was mad at the game, but like...
Spitefully good.
Yeah.
After he like nails the like crazy through the fire and flame solo, he's like,
"Oh
fuck this game, bro." Right.
Yeah. Then it was like, I can't even play that on guitar, but I can play it on this. This is stupid. My brother and I would play Guitar Hero 3 a lot, and he'd get mad and be like, "It's because you already play guitar." And I'm like, "They don't translate. They're not the same."
Some of them do.
I guess
Very,
I
very-
guess like your fingers are more
Very
limber if
seldomly
you play
do they.
piano or guitar. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
There's a few songs that like legitimately transfer in terms of like I couldn't begin to tell you which ones. It's
Well,
been
there
so
was a lot
long.
of songs that when they would like you have two guitars, they would just mesh them together on expert, and you were
yeah.
just like, "What the
or
fuck?"
the keyboards.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
You play
yeah.
keyboard.
I always got mad at that when they'd be like, "You play the keyboard solo too," and I'm like, "That's bullshit. No, I don't. That's not what he's playing."
Keyboard hero.
Dude, now that would be it's 10 buttons. There's no strummer. You just have 10 key buttons, and you just gotta.
Do you remember DJ Hero?
Dude, I
was
just
a
saw that.
thing.
I didn't know there was
I remember they had a whole setup. I worked at Best Buy at the time, and they had a whole
Yeah.
setup.
There's a I just found out that was a game like 2 weeks ago. I went to there's some like game store over by next to a GameStop that's like going out of business. Disc Replay, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just went there with some friends a couple weeks ago, and that's when I learned of the like true dredges of like every system, because all that's left by that point is like the shittiest games. There was a Duck Dynasty game
Yes.
for
There was.
Xbox 360. They
There
had
was
like
an
9
American
copies.
Chopper game for Xbox.
Oh my god! That's where I saw DJ Hero though, and I was just like, is this a joke? Like, what do you do with this? Yeah, they showed like the board with the buttons, but some of them like swerved, and they're like, you gotta scratch them, bro. And I'm like, who the fuck? Like, god damn! There was an American Idol the game, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I think it was before Rock Band, so I'm like, did you even sing, or did you press buttons to sing? Like, I don't even get how that's a game that would last more than like
There was a
10
Band
minutes.
Hero.
I did see that, because that was my favorite. Because they're like, you've heard of Rock Band and Guitar Hero? Get ready for Band Hero. And it says, like, compatible with, like, both controllers. And I'm like, oh, because you didn't make your own, right? you just
No,
made the game.
it's in the Guitar Hero series.
Is it made by Guitar Hero?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
really?
but so Guitar Hero World Tour came out, which is the first one with the full band.
Oh, because Guitar
No.
Hero was like, you have the
World
guitar.
Tour was the
Was
first
it
one.
World Tour the first
Yeah.
one with the band?
Yeah, with Beat It and
Oh, that's the
Because
one we played.
they wanted a game of
That
drums.
That was the one
like-
we played all the time.
Yeah.
Because it had Everlong and stuff. Because I was like, I want to play the drums.
yeah, and then so they came out with Band Hero to kind of cater to that whole band thing, but it had more band like it was more pop songs.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
It like they had like fucking Paramore and Nickelback and Gay.
Listen, I don't care what anybody says. I enjoyed Nickelback.
Whoa!
I enjoyed old Nickelback.
I guess that's what I'm talking about. But
Yeah, like pre Dark Horse. We're not getting into the Nickelback
Yeah,
discussion.
Dude, now we are. This guy knows Nickelback back catalog. The Nickelback catalog with Dick. Go on, Dick.
I don't know past Dark Horse. I don't know past.
I didn't know
stopped.
Dark Horse until
Dark
now.
Horse was 2009. That was like
When we
the
graduated.
guitar tone was so bad.
so toy.
see, I just
Is that what you and Nick talk about on Happy Metal Time?
I don't
The
know.
toy
We've only
guitar?
had one episode.
Oh,
we
you guys
don't
talk
talk
about
about
Dark? You guys
Nickelback
talk
on
about?
Metal Time.
Although I
Yeah,
was,
I'm
I was
leaving if that's
discussing
what
with
you're
him today,
talking
I was like, we should do like a 10-year retrospective of like 10-year anniversaries of albums. And I'm like,
Around
dude,
09,
I'm like, dude, there was a lot of good metal albums that came out in 09. He's
Really?
like what? He's
Yeah.
like, name a few. Like he's challenging me.
Dark Horse, bro.
So I'm
I
like,
think 09 was good, but like, I mean, good-ish. But when I look back, I realize if you're getting into a band today and they're really old and they've got a ton of albums, I'm usually like, just 96 to 04, just ignore it for now.
unless you're like
Wait
really
until you
black
gradu-
metal.
wait
You know,
until
if
you
you're into black
graduate.
metal, like that's where to go.
Well, yeah, I like old black metal from like 80s, early 90s, but like also late 90s, early aughts. Yeah, there's still some gems in there, but like if it's a band that's been, just dumping them out since like 1990, I'll usually start with the few early ones and then the newest ones, and then be like, I'll check out the middle.
Okay, let's go there.
I have a
Yeah.
bad topic then.
What's up?
So, I remember on the radio, it was a few years ago, but I remember this very vividly on the radio. So, 93.5 had a battle of the bands for March Madness, where they had a bracketology and the fans voted for which band they thought was the best.
Mhm.
And Tool won.
Oh, so it wasn't like local bands.
I remember
thought it was like
I do
local
remember that,
bands,
yeah.
and then they're like, and all the votes are in. Still a band that's not still fucking Tool, really?
It's still
Like,
Tool.
guys, come on. You had Weed Bee and band number 1, and they're like, you're just gonna vote for Tool?
No, it was between like the greatest like bands of all time, and Tool beat out Metallica in the finals. And Blaine knows this. I'm a huge Tool fan.
Yeah,
Love
I've
Tool.
listened to Tool like once. I wasn't really for it or against it. I just
Matt, are you excited for the new album that's going to come out next year?
I am, and I'm also excited for this May that they're having a concert in Chicago that I really want to go to. So hopefully I can get tickets and go get obscenely drunk.
noise.
It's gonna be tight.
It's gonna be toy.
And,
all I know about Tool are like their meme status of like OP
Yeah.
still waiting on a new Tool album, and it's the skeleton. Like, so I assume it's been a few years since they made an album.
It's been since, I think,
09?
06?
Really?
Somewhere.
So are they broken up or do they still play?
No,
Well,
they have an album recorded.
So they said we're not touring anymore.
Maynard said July. It's done.
Well, I mean, like a long time ago, they were like, we're not touring anymore. We're done. And then that's when a Perfect Circle I think came out.
No, Perfect Circle. Perfect Circle. They've been out since like I
Purple.
think 90. I want to say 96. Their first album was like 2001
Really?
ish. Yeah.
But I mean, he focused mainly on the Perfect Circle then.
Yeah.
So Tool was like, we're done. We're not doing this anymore. And then all of a sudden Tool came back. And I remember for the longest time I used to say, if Tool comes back and never tours, I would give my left testicle to see them. And now they're touring again.
They've
So I
been
guess I
they've
gotta
toured a
give my-
bunch.
I said
Well, they
that
haven't
about.
toured, but they've had concerts a bunch over the years. Like Detroit. No, I'm thinking maybe that's System of a Down. I'm thinking of. But I know Tool's definitely.
Well, I
played a
think
lot of
actually
shows.
it's been mainly in Europe for Tool. But I'm excited. I want to go and cry of happiness.
Dude, I said that when I always said if Van Halen toured with like the original lineup with Michael Anthony. But then I started seeing online, they're like, there's rumors. And I'm like, shut up. Are you serious? Are you serious?
It's funny, me and Blaine went and saw Journey together.
Yeah, that was my second concert.
That was my first concert.
That was my it was
man.
Journey, Heart, and Cheap Trick.
That'd actually be pretty cool.
We missed Cheap Trick.
Ah!
We came in at the very end of I Want You to Want Me.
That's all. I mean, that and Surrender would be the only songs I'd like.
Actually, I think Surrender was playing as we were walking up the hill.
Yeah, and then
This
as
is
we
that-
like, got to the lawn.
do you remember
This was
that
at
band?
Verizon Wireless Clips Home Ruoff.
Yeah. You've seen,
Creek.
you probably have seen, because I bet you were a fan, I would guess. Who's that band that did Bodies? That's Drowning Pool,
I've
right?
never seen Drowning Pool.
Really? Because I saw them once with Motley Crue in high school, but I walked in as they were ending and they were playing Bodies.
They haven't been good since like 2002. So
Sure. I mean, that's the only song I know by them that I think
Yeah.
most people know. But I remember my friend and I were kind of late, and we walked in. It was at it wasn't at the Klipsch. It was the Klipsch that's in Illinois. You know what
Tinley
I'm?
Park.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the Klipsch
This is
that's
the
in
exact same
Illinois.
venue, but like
It
it's
really
west.
is.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
same setup,
That's
outdoor
isn't that
pavilion.
where we went and
As-
saw
That was
Uproar?
where Uproar Festival.
Yeah.
But it's just got like these. It's got a bigger amphitheater. I think.
It might.
Like
probably-
they actually have skyboxes.
It
It's
looks-
closer to Chicago,
Yeah,
so
it looks
yeah,
bigger.
bigger market.
Because that's where we went and saw Disturbed and Avenged. And this was right after the Nightmare album.
Mhm.
And the
So
Rev,
Portnoy
the
was
Rev
up
died.
there. Portnoy was up there.
Yeah. My favorite concert that I went to was probably, or not even my favorite concert, but when we were at Mayhem, when Zombie was playing.
Yeah.
Dude,
That
Rob
wasn't
Zombie
even the
was-
good zombie one.
Dude, I fucking loved it.
The zombie was cool that year, but the next time they played, I think, it was the next time. It was Zombie and Slipknot were headlining.
Yeah, no, because we were there when it was Zombie and then
Korn.
Korn, and we left like the very first song of Korn.
Yeah, that was when Austin ran into Wes's
Yeah,
van.
that's when I fucking fell on my ass in my driveway.
Yeah, you did.
So like it was raining that day, and I closed my garage door and I just jumped over the laser. Well, I hit the driveway and just went, whoa!
I love that.
Right
Shut the
there.
door, jump the laser, like nice spin there.
Toy.
Toy jump.
But yeah, dude, I just ate it. I like got up and was
Haven't
just
even
like,
been in the pit yet. Damn it, I'm already bruised.
dude, I fucking knocked the wind out of myself. I was like, I can't breathe. But,
That was when we first saw Winds of Plague.
yeah, we saw Winds of Plague at Mayhem.
It's like that guy is massive.
The worst concert I've been to was So after Journey, like a month after Journey, I think, Blaine texts me. He's like, "Hey, I got extra tickets to Crew Fest too, like an extra one."
Oh my god,
Do
that
you
was
wanna-
so bad.
Wait,
Like-
Motley Crue Fest 2?
Yeah.
Dude, that's where I saw Drowning Pool, was Crew Fest 2. It was Drowning
No
Pool,
way.
Godsmack, and Motley Crue.
Okay,
At Tinley Park?
You're no. So
I saw
they
them
must
at
have changed
Tinley
it for
Park.
us because it was Theory of a Dead Man.
Yeah, they were there too. They were
Godsmack.
awful.
It was Theory of a Dead Man, Godsmack, and Motley Crue.
Yeah,
We
and
watched-
Godsmack. I saw those 4 bands.
We saw Theory of a Dead Man.
2009.
And we're like, this sucks.
They were terrible.
And then we saw Godsmack, and we're like, wow,
And Godsmack was awesome.
that was fucking awesome.
I thought they were pretty sweet.
And
I'd
we
never
saw
really
Motley
listened to
Crue.
Godsmack.
They opened with Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah, because it was the 20th anniversary. They played all of Dr. Feelgood.
and
played
we were
Dr.
like,
Feelgood
and like it was
and
just
the
nothing but
Saints.
strobe light.
Yep,
and I was
I
like,
loved
Matt,
it.
we got to get you out of here. You're gonna have a seizure.
Well, that and then they were. They played the Saints or whatever that song.
Saints of Los Angeles.
Yeah, they played that.
I think
one
that was
next.
their like new single for the album that never
Yeah.
happened.
And we
Or
were
maybe it
just
was
like-
an album, but I think it was new then.
yeah.
Yeah, it recently had come out, and
Yeah.
I looked at Blaine and like, "You want to leave?" He's like, "Yeah."
Well, like Godsmack was so good
Godsmack was so
that
good.
like Motley Crue just wasn't.
Dude, I remember it differently. Motley Crue was awesome. I was a huge Motley Crue fan in high school. Did you see them in Tinley Park?
No, we saw it at Clips Home Roof.
Oh, yeah, I guess
Deer
if you're
Creek,
from here, you'd be a lot
Wireless.
closer. Yeah, because I lived in like near South Bend, so
Okay.
Tinley Park would have definitely been closer
yeah,
than
definitely.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I probably saw them the day before or after you guys did.
Yeah, we literally were just like, "Let's get the fuck out of here.
Oh my
They're
God.
trash."
That was, but Drowning Pool were playing, and we showed up, and they were playing Bodies, and I was like,
That
yeah,
must
that
have
is the
been-
band that plays that song. And
that
then,
must
like,
have been Drowning Pool when they had the singer from Soil. Do you remember Soil?
I've heard of Soil Work. Is that the same band?
No, this is Soil.
Are there 2 different Soil bands?
There's Soil Work, which is really good.
There's
Soil,
Soil Work,
which is
then there's
very
Soil.
basic.
Then there's Dirt, and they're the worst.
And then there's Topsoil.
Soil's
And they're the
actually
best.
Hey,
Soil's actually
Topsoil's
playing
my
in
band.
Indy. Soil's playing in Indy in the next few months, and they're playing with Flaw, which I'm actually pretty excited for that. Show. Flaw is like it's fucking.
Dude, I get.
Kind of.
I hate when I'm like reading about like in Decibel or something, and I'll read about some band, and it's just kind of like, I mean, I know I have a stupid band name, but some bands you read and you're just like, dude, come on, try a little harder. Like, it's like 2019, and you're like, yeah, let's name it Soil.
You get fans just from your name alone.
That's true. It's got the Dying Fetus factor. Dying Fetus Light. We're not as cool or nearly as good, but like it's one of those names that you hear and
No,
you're just
your
like,
name has a lot of
Jesus.
imagery. Car door, dick smash.
Yeah. We've had 1 or 2 guys on Facebook. I remember once we had a guy on Facebook messaging us, and he said LOL a lot, and he said something like, I don't even know how I found you guys, but it's pretty sweet. And Aaron and I have always been like, anytime we get a message like that, we're like, guy actually shut his dick in a car door and was trying to Google, like, what do I do? Or like, he like shut his dick in something, and he's like, dick caught in window, and then they're like, did you mean this? And then he's like, oh, what? Oh, I love this band. No, I'll save that for later, but I still need help for my actual dick.
Where's WebMD?
Yeah. Or like people will message us and they'll be like, they'll ask if like we got our dicks caught, and I'm like, no, like we just like being drunk, and I don't know, I thought it was a funny name, like.
Dude, let me pull up. Let me try to pull up iTunes and like
Yeah.
start reading off some.
Can I?
fucking
Are there?
titles.
Oh, on I. Can I rock a piss real quick?
Go for it. There is one right back there behind the cat tower.
Down here. Oh, sick.
Blaine, you remember when we went and saw Creed
Yeah, with Hoobastank.
with Hoobastank?
That was a good time. Hoobastank was really disappointing.
Yeah.
But,
I remember
you
how
know,
excited we were for that Creed. Like afterwards, we were like, "Dude, Creed's so fucking awesome!" And then you like watch the replay of the concert, and you were like, "Dude, that was so bad."
Well, okay, Creed was awesome. Scott Stapp
Scott
was
Stapp
not.
was terrible.
I vehemently like stress that. Mark Tremonti was awesome. The rest of the band was awesome. Fucking Scott Stapp took 3 songs to warm up to mediocre.
I would have seen Alter Bridge.
I've seen Alter Bridge.
You have, and you've told me, and I was jealous because you went and saw him with Disturbed, didn't you?
Yeah, it was Disturbed, Breaking Benjamin, and I think one other band.
See, I
think
heard
I missed
Breaking
that other
Benjamin
band.
live, and don't have a desire to see them live.
I don't ever want to see him again live.
Yeah, so but Alter Bridge, I would love to see, just because I want to hear them play Blackbird.
Yeah, Blackbird was good. I think they played it. I can't remember. It's been a while.
I think they played.
I've never been a giant Alter Bridge fan, but I'm a giant Tremonti fan.
See, I love Alter Bridge. I like their Creed, but better.
Yeah, it's Creed without Scott Stapp, so it's
Yeah.
good.
like I said, Blackbird, love that song.
Yeah.
You know, they did the Edge theme song. I can't remember the
Yeah,
title of it.
Metalingus.
Yep.
All right, so we got the
Real
cardboard.
quick, I don't know if you've ever told your guests on the internet, but I love that you didn't even tell me that that bathroom is literally just a toilet in the corner of the room.
Yeah, with a pencil sharpener overhead.
I was like trying to shut the shower curtain, and I'm like, can they see me on the stream? Like, I'm just pissing right here.
No. So we have the Car Door Dick Smash catalog.
Is
Oh,
that
boy.
title called Fully Torqued?
Yeah.
Wait, I was gonna say we
it's
don't
not the
have
entire catalog.
Yeah, the first album we never. I didn't even bother. It's still free because like it's $20 a year, right? But like
Yeah.
per band, so I could put them all. But I was like, first album is so bad, and like Fully Torqued's not a whole lot better, but it had a much better cover. So I'm like, oh, we'll throw that on there too. But
All right, so we're just gonna run down the list of song titles.
okay,
We got 40 ounces.
Great
Christopher
opener.
Columbus was a dick.
do you want stories behind these, or are we just gonna raw dog read
We'll,
them? It's your podcast.
we'll,
dude.
we'll wait until
I
the
say
the
Raw
metal
Dog
show.
read them.
Oh,
We'll raw
yeah,
dog
yeah.
read them. We'll wait until the metal show to really dive
Okay.
in.
If you
Okay.
have one that really stands out at you, though, feel free to jump in.
Yeah, I will
Christopher
just quick.
Columbus
I do hate
was
Christopher
a dick.
Columbus as a
2 heads,
part
4
Native
boobs.
American.
Carnal crockpot. Dog coffin. Bike chain dick ripper. Belt sander to the face. Lunchroom
80
fire.
grit.
I like how these
Pavement-
titles are really reminding me of Metalocalypse.
Yeah.
It's like briefcase full of guns.
Pavement shit eater. Forced Drano Chug. That's a personal favorite.
That I gotta share that story after this tonight. 'Cause
Yes.
That's a good one.
You should have just died in that fire.
That's all, Aaron.
Stillbirth Cannon 2. Email Storm. Terrorists are dicks. Scum Shark! Exclamation mark. That's important.
It is.
Space Sequence 5. AIDS from Space.
Can you guess which ones are Aaron's? I feel like I'm always like, I write art, and then mine are like pavement shit eater, and Aaron's are like AIDS from space. And I'm like, well, we just suck at writing.
The Abortion Clinic. Death in the Pit. The Smashing of Dicks.
Wait, does it not have the full title for Death in the Pit? The Legend of the Chicago
Oh,
Word?
I think I just shortened it.
Oh, okay.
I
think well, because when I was on DistroKid, like trying to type out the titles, they were like real shitty about like parentheses and all caps. Like AIDS from space, it wouldn't let me type it as all caps. They were like, "That's not how English works. It's just the first letter." And I'm like, "But it's an acronym." I'm like, I can't. So I had to put so on Spotify. It's like a capital A and then IDS lowercase. I'm like, no one's gonna get it now. They're gonna be like space helpers.
So before I
But
go
it's an
ahead,
acronym.
before I go ahead and read the
So
next
mad.
song titles, I want to say, so I did a review of Fully Torqued.
I remember that.
where
Yeah.
all I had
I think
to
that's
say,
when I met you.
Yeah, all I had to say was, I didn't really like this album,
A guy gathered that.
but I loved the song titles. But I would still play the album, despite like not liking the music much. I would still play it just because. And so I wrote our album review, and then you came out with Garbage in 2018.
Came out on the solstice.
Yeah.
It's pretty fresh.
And this album is like much better.
We're very proud.
Good because it is actually intelligible. You're like,
We literally, the only
What can we
difference
say?
was I bought a microphone. Like, we used a mic to
Well,
record
like-
the first two, but it wasn't the
you guys
correct mic.
did like different vocal styles.
Yeah, that
Like-
too. Yeah.
Like you can. There are times when it's just good. It's a lot better.
Honestly, for me, the biggest difference for the vocals that I did was just that now that I have my own house, like, I don't have because like we recorded the
You don't
first
have to
one, right? Like quiet, shitty growls. Because
Yeah.
like we recorded the first one in my apartment, and I'm like, all right, I don't want my neighbors to think someone's dying in here, so I was just like, and it like sounds stupid. But on this one, like, I put the mic in a closet with like bedding up, and I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking yell.
I've done that.
And like I had
I did that in
headphones
an
on with the
apartment.
music. Yeah. Oh, I mean, we kind of yelled on Fully Torqued. We did it in Aaron's old shitty college apartment, so like I'm sure his neighbors heard us shouting weird things. Like really, there's some weird lyrics on that album.
Hey,
It's just
Space.
how many times we yelled, "Hey, it's from space."
Here's the song list for Garbage.
Garbage.
Which I have put at the genre as trash metal.
Ooh,
Yeah.
pure Lafayette slime would also be acceptable.
Starting with Sewer Fucking.
Apostrophe. There's
Apostrophe. Sewer Fucking.
Right,
That's
no
a
G.
good song.
No G. It is.
Death by Diarrhea.
Dude, I've been there, brother.
Dude, that's why I wrote it. I haven't died, but
This
I've had
is all
some rough-
experience.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
write from experience.
I fucked in the sewer.
Speaking of experience, George Foreman Cock Crusher.
I don't own a George Foreman. I wrote it, but it's not about mine.
I just feel like it's a bad experience, like in The Office, where Michael steps on this George Foreman grill.
I think
And
that's
someone,
maybe where I got
had
the
it in
idea.
his bed, and he rolled over and his dick got in, and he's
But
like, "Oh."
sidebar, I have way more songs about getting your dick destroyed, but Aaron's always laying the law. He's like, if we have too many dick songs, we're porno grind, and you can't recover from that. And I'm like, it's a good point, so we'll keep it to like 1 or 2 per album. So that was like the one for this one. I had like 6 more, but he was like, we really cannot
Really
have
gotta
too-
limit it.
Really gotta limit the gentleman.
We gotta lower
dicks.
the dicks, bro.
We're still really
Yeah.
early in our career. We gotta like let.
We're
this
trying to
go.
be a bit more serious, so
We gotta
like
let this
cool it on
ride
the
out
dick
for a little while.
songs.
Say maybe like 2 dick songs per album.
Yeah, that's about the quota right now.
Slave to the Desk. Eternal Intern. I spelled that wrong. Eternal Internal Vomiting, which was the first single.
Yeah.
You guys actually had a
Definitely.
single this
we had
time around.
3 singles.
No shit. What
Yeah.
were the other 2 singles?
The other ones were Retox and Weed Whacker Nose Job.
Nice.
We made MS Paint videos for all 3, and like there's plans to make one for every song on this album.
Nice.
I should probably get started because I said I'll wait until next year, and that's now.
Yeah,
So,
2019 is upon us.
It's like already
Uh,
been going. It's
We're
like
almost
February.
3 months into it.
Yeah.
Life's hard.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bath Salt Alligators. Fight Your Dad.
I love both of those songs.
Pretending to be Right Wing, which I think is... There's a longer title of
Yeah,
that.
pretending to be a right-wing redneck is too trendy these days.
Yeah.
It just felt too trendy, so I had to write a song about it.
Mosh with Your Titties Out. Bill Scully is a dick. Which is like just a 27-second, like, you used X-File. You took a clip from
I did.
X-Files.
Or did I? I did.
GMOs are cool.
It's a real deep reference.
Smashed into Liquid. Public Intoxicator.
That one's based on a true story. Aaron wrote it.
Lethal Fecal Injection. Earth Can Take Another Raping or 2.
I'm sure of the earth.
Retox. One Man Mosh Pit.
About an actual guy in Lafayette.
I also have another song called One Man Mosh Pit. Apparently I didn't change it.
Oh, you have 2 on there? Oh, that's right. Didn't you like load it on your computer?
I
weirdly?
fucked up in
Yeah.
naming the songs and I skipped one.
Oh yeah, that next one then should be Weed Whacker Nose Job.
Okay.
That would
And
be
then
18.
We're
and then
All Gonna
19.
Get Cancer.
Featuring Dave Chips.
Yes.
Shout out to Dave. Came and knocked out those vocals in like 2 takes.
We're All Gonna Get Cancer is probably my favorite song on the album.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Then The Cast Iron Chef.
That might be my favorite. Just
I've heard that a lot.
the idea.
That's it. That's all we got.
You make me want to start a band now.
You should. It's that easy. That's all we did.
I'm just not very musically
Oh.
talented.
Forced Drano Chug, though. That was an idea I had years ago of like, I was like, would that be metal if like someone killed someone by making them drink Drano? Because like surely it would just it would just rip through your bowels and stuff. And I was telling Aaron this, and he's just like, dude, that happened. He's like, a guy who went to our high school got arrested for killing a guy by feeding him Drano. And he's like, they made a movie about it. And I'm like, are you shitting me? there was a movie called Party Monster.
Yeah,
And Macaulay
yeah.
Culkin plays the guy who went to our high school. And
No
then, like,
shit.
Yeah, I think he graduated in like the 80s, so like obviously before I was alive, but he like moved after graduating to New York or something. I've never seen the movie. I should probably watch it, but it was something like drugs, and some guy owed him drug money, and he ended up like, I think the report said like they're not sure if he force-fed it or like injected the guy with Drano, but he had like duct tape over his mouth, and they found Drano in his body after he was totally dead. So then that's when I was writing the lyrics, and then I made him kind of half about that, because I'm like, now it's kind of based on a true story.
Nice.
Like, I thought I just came up with it, but Macaulay
It's real.
Culkin did, or a guy played by him. I mean, who's to say Culkin hasn't killed a few people? But
Honestly, Evan Reagan, like 20 tracks per album. They do a lot. They do a lot. We're listening to Forced Drano Chug right now. We're halfway through it. Really short song.
this was a long one. It's like 2 minutes. For us, I mean, that's a lot of his songs are like a minute.
Right and roll songs is hard.
Yeah, I would say Fully Torqued is definitely our more progressive album. There's a lot of sounds. Garbage, we focus mostly on just crushing songs. I was so proud of that echo. Yeah.
All right, what should I play to garbage?
You should
compare
play
to?
Bat Salt Alligators.
Like the musicianship has always been killer.
The recording, yeah. Aaron's vocals, by the way, he recorded at the studio at his job in St. Louis, where they do like video edit, like pro shit though. So he's like, I literally just recorded my vocals in like a really expensive studio. He's like with $1,000 microphones. And I was like, are you gonna sound too good next to mine? Because I was recording mine like with a shirt, yeah, in a closet. And he's like, he was sending me his files, and I'm like listening to the raw tracks, so I'm dropping them in, and I'm like, dude, these are like almost too crisp and loud, and like, I have to mix them in, and like, I think it turned out pretty good.
I'm gonna make you sound like shit.
Right? It was like, no, I had to like redo half of mine.
Not
So
close
like,
enough.
this is my favorite part.
I dig this song. It's one for those.
I don't know if you recognize that riff, but it's like a loose cover. That's Gator Country by Molly Hatchet. Big fan.
That song clocks in at 1:24.
It's a good girthy ripper. We played that at that Christmas show, I think. Yeah, we totally did.
Yeah, that was a fun show. That was a lot of
It
fun.
was.
I kind of want to play We're All Gonna Get Cancer.
Do it. It's got you
got
got
Dave
Dave
Wonder.
Chips on here a lot, right?
Yeah, I've had him on a few times. That's like a really cool, like, this riff's really cool. He's clearly just listening to things that gave him cancer.
And I gotta be honest, I was hoping to find more, but like some of these don't. Or like they're kind of like Cheeto dust is in the line. Like I would think that'll give you cancer, but the results are not in.
They say hot dogs too, so like everything does.
Shit, I didn't even think I put hot dogs in there.
Invisible Piss. Josh Curry says Invisible Piss could be a song.
Invisible piss.
Yeah. Well, earlier when he took a piss,
Oh,
he goes,
yeah.
Invisible Piss, don't worry.
Ooh, that's a pretty cool title.
You do like cardboard cutout dicks.
This is my favorite part right here. really good, if I may say so.
There's still 14 seconds left.
Just fading out. It's beautiful.
That's a simple thing.
If you want to listen to the remaining 9 seconds of that song, you have to get the album.
You have to buy
Garbage.
it. Buy it right off of our Big Cartel website, which is probably called. Just find us on Facebook. But I think the URL
It's your best option, man.
CardOrDXSmash.BigCartel.
Dude, you're a band. Why aren't you on MySpace?
Oh shit, that's right.
Nice.
I had a band in high school that was on MySpace, and now that I think about it, I think we're still on there. Like, sometimes I think, do you guys remember, like, did you deactivate your old MySpace?
Well,
No,
I think
it's still there. Or it was.
I feel like,
It was in
after a
2013.
I think after a certain period of time they delete it.
who,
In 2013, mine
Tom
was still there.
sold MySpace, though, didn't he?
He
Does
did in
Zuckerberg
like
own it?
2008 or 2009 to Fox. He sold it to Fox.
Fox News?
No, it's Fox in general.
But they turned it into like a music thing.
They did, eventually.
So from what I
Fox
heard is
has
they
my MySpace account.
Yeah.
well, what I
I'm
heard
pretty
is
certain
they
whoever he
said,
sold it to,
"Man,
he probably sold it to Vladimir Putin, who now owns all of our old MySpace accounts, so he can see how angsty we were in 2008, 2007.
Oh, yeah.
you can see my Wait and Bleed song on my profile page.
Oh my
God, I don't even know what the last song I had on mine was, but I'm sure it was something stupid.
Pretty sure mine was Slipknot.
I couldn't even tell. I had a playlist, so
Well, you were one of those dudes. I didn't even know how to
Oh,
do
yeah.
that. I only could ever have the one song.
I fully coded my own.
Yeah, I remember like coding my own like to change the background and stuff, and some people had really intense ones, and I was always like, man, I thought mine was
Dude,
cool.
I remember there'd be like girls, Chelsea, Allen.
Mm-hmm.
She had like gif, 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 and a lot of it would just be like glitter art, just the little scroller would be like this tiny, and you'd have to scroll all the way down.
I remember too, like a lot of those effects only worked on Internet Explorer and not Chrome or Firefox or whatever the other thing was at the time.
I only used. I remember I used Firefox and Opera.
Yeah, I think I used Firefox.
I used Firefox for the
IE.
longest
Did
time.
Google Chrome didn't come out? I think until like 2008, 2009.
It was 08, 09,
Yeah, it
yeah.
was probably after. I don't think I used Chrome on MySpace, not intentionally. I remember our band though in high school. My friend made a. We had one of those banners on like our MySpace page, and he did some wizardry in the coding, but it was like it showed our banner on our page, and there was like a little code that you could visit and copy it, and then paste it into your page
Yep.
to have it. But he put a different picture's like code in it, so when you copied it and pasted it, it was like dicks or something. It was like actual porn would just pop up on your mind. I don't know if anyone ever
that's
used
awesome.
it, but it was the greatest. We were like, we laughed for weeks about it, and yeah, I don't think anyone.
Nobody had it.
Yeah, I don't think you even liked MySpace pages, so we didn't know. We probably had like 2 people who ever visited
No,
it.
you had to become friends with MySpace.
Oh,
Like,
that's
bands.
right. I wonder what Tom's up to now. Just living it up. on,
Dude,
like,
yeah,
$1
he
billion.
became like a professional photographer. He like
I think I saw something recently about that. He's like, he just
he got paid
vacations.
so much money that he just travels the world and photographs shit.
He's truly living the life.
Yeah.
Zuckerberg is like he's testifying for Congress, and they're like, we will throw your ass in the gulag. And Tom is just like, I was in China last week. Now I'm gonna be in Australia.
Tom's like, I got out of the game before it got real.
Exactly. Like that's what I'd have done. Damn.
I remember there was this meme and it had that Tom's MySpace picture like
The
and it says, "You were my friend when no one else was."
dude, yeah. Tom was he was the OG. He doesn't get enough credit.
Like, he had the most friends on MySpace.
Yeah,
He was
did.
in everyone's top 8 at one point.
That's true.
It's very true. Yeah, meanwhile Zuckerberg, he's testifying before Congress, like proving
hate
to
him.
all of us that he's an alien.
There's a guy who looks kind of like him on our album cover.
Yeah,
Just kind of. There's no real people on there.
just their likeness.
I can neither confirm nor deny. It's an original piece of art.
Yeah, I went back to MySpace in like 2013, maybe 14. And by that point, like I hadn't been on there since I think 2010. And it was just straight up just a music site. And I went to my page and it still had my playlist.
Nice.
but nothing else. Like profile pictures was
You're
there.
like, yeah, dude,
See, I was
Blink-182
told
are
that
still
they
cool.
like after they bought it, they went in and they just erased everything.
That's what
It
they
took a
want you to
while.
believe.
It took a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think DistroKid might have actually had MySpace as one of their. They have like 20 websites. They're like, do you want us to stream it on here too? And like one was Tidal, which isn't that like Jay-Z's Spotify?
I have no idea.
Like I remember hearing about that a couple years ago. I think it's Jay-Z was like, I'm gonna make my own Spotify, but with hookers and blackjack, and it's gonna be awesome. And I thought it was like just for rap, but then they were like, do you want to be on Tidal? And I'm like, are we allowed to? I didn't put it. I just put Spotify and iTunes and like Google Play because Aaron, the fucking nerd, was like, we have to be on Google Play. Everyone uses it. And I'm like, no one uses Google. Get real.
Who the fuck uses Google Play?
I don't know. I only
Journey
use Spotify.
into Comics Network is on Google Play.
Oh, I'm sorry. So is Cardor Dick Smash. Check us out on Google Play.
We're eventually gonna get there. I'm still making my way to Spotify, which there's nothing stopping me. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I keep trying to think of the others. There was like seriously 20 websites, and they're like, we can just blast you on all of these. And I'm like,
yeah, dude.
And it was no additional cost, but I was just like, nah, I'll just stick to these 4.
DistroKid's awesome. Like
someone uploaded our full album Garbage on YouTube before we were on Spotify, like a week after it came out, and no joke, it had like 140 views, like within 3 hours. And I was like, dude, these guys have more views than the band. This is not cool. But then I was also like, I mean, it's kind of cool, but it's also like, the fuck?
You should have commented on there.
I think it was like some Russian people, because it was like, it was just Russian bots. That's why they're not commenting.
it's hilarious because you're like, this is why the music industry's on decline. Fucking people ripping music and ripping off the bands.
I think Chris was listening to it, and he's like, this is a really good stream on YouTube. Like, it's really HD. And I'm like, that's insane. I'm like, nobody bought the download off of Bandcamp. I'm like, is someone hacking Bandcamp?
That's
Probably. Like, that'd have been the only way. They had to get on the Bandcamp, because that was the first place online it was out. Because it was like before we even had CDs. Like, we were still waiting on the CDs, and someone's like, full album on YouTube. And I'm like, who cares? Like, who out there was like, guys, Cardor Dick Smash just dropped their new album. Ripped it. I've already stolen it off Bandcamp. Whole thing's on YouTube. And they had like as the video plays through, there's like 2 or 3 different pictures that are like the screen. And I'm like, where are they? What, like...
This has nothing to do
Did
with
actual
us.
computer grow sentient and just like create a... I think computer might have gotten... He might have gotten our president elected. I think computer might have hacked Facebook, and I can't control him.
I am Trevor Keeper.
Yeah, dude, he might be... He's insane. You know, computer's got his own band with just him, and he's recording an album right now.
Is he?
Yeah, I might tell more on Saturday, but I heard him laying down some guitar tracks the other night, and dude, they're fierce. Like, John Petrucci ain't got shit on computer. It was insane. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm at work all day, and apparently computer's just shredding like 7-string sweeps nonstop. He gents harder than anyone.
But does he jaunt?
Whoa, jaunt?
Does he jaunt?
Extrapolate?
I don't know.
Just make up.
It's
jaunt?
what all. No, it's there.
Is that a thing now?
It's part of the whole gent culture. It's just it's part of the meme of gent.
Computer gents, jaunts, and jambles.
There's another one for it. It's like
James.
it's like how hard do you owe?
Ooh. 0 or O?
0.
Yeah.
Like for the tab.
I carry king O.
Do you owe 1? Do you 0 1?
I 0 1 3 4 a lot.
I remember when Rob Scallon. Do you know Rob Scallon? Yeah. He big YouTube guy, fucking musical genius. He did a bunch of different like themed videos where like he had what was it? The Morse code metal. He wrote an entire song off of Morse code.
Nice.
He did one off of binary. Binary metal's cool.
Didn't he do one that was a all zeros song? It was
Yes.
like a fretless.
Yeah, fretless song.
Yeah.
He
I
did
think
one.
some of his other greatest
one
hits.
with
all
only-
pinch harmonics was my favorite, probably.
One with only the 14th fret.
Ooh, I saw the every fret, every
Yes,
string one. That was pretty good.
every note.
He's written some good songs doing dumb things.
Dude, Rob and he got famous from doing a Slayer cover on a ukulele.
Was that his first big video?
That was his first
I
big
do
video.
a few of those, yeah.
And now he does it every now and then, the ukulele shit, but
Or
he does like
banjo.
really cool. Yeah, I think it was Slayer on a banjo.
Oh, that might, yeah.
I've seen that video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like Angel of Death on a banjo. But he does like really cool experimental videos now. And he was up in Chicago.
I think he lives in Chicago.
He lives in Chicago, yeah. But
so when's he gonna be at this couch? Like when's he gonna be?
Dude, that'd be sick.
Just messing.
Because apparently
like,
he's just like a really chill dude. No, like he does like a lot of experimental shit now. Like I think the last video I saw by him was, so he took one of his songs, which is like really famous for its delay effect, and what he did was he recreated the delay using two other acoustic. It was an acoustic song, so they're in a racquetball court.
I saw that one.
And they have to. So he's playing the song. The next person behind him has to come in. They're the delay. The people are his delay, playing the song exactly as he is, right behind him, in a delay fashion, and it was really cool. Another one he did, he was doing on wax recording. Like that's how they used to record music, was through wax instead of tape.
Oh, so like straight to a record or straight to a
wax, like a wax reel.
Oh, nuts.
Yeah, and
that's like the little cylinders that was
yeah. He recorded to wax.
That's how Carter Dick Smash records, and only analog is real.
Like it was
no
like
triggers.
The microphone was like a horn.
Our music videos are only filmed in Laserdisc.
So he recorded like
the
a
only
full
way.
band. He recorded a full band, like metal band, through wax.
Yeah, I bet it sounded
cold as fuck.
It was toy. But the snare still sounded like fucking trash.
Not as bad as Saint Anger still.
Oh yeah, come on.
I
Not
like that song.
The song's good. So is Frantic, kinda.
That does bother me though when I'm trying to listen to an album and I'm just like, all I notice is this trash can snare sound, and it's just like pinging you in the eardrum nonstop, and you're like, how much longer is this?
Someone re-recorded Master of Puppets, but in the style of Saint Anger.
Oh my! Why? It was good as is. Why would you do that? Should have done it the other way around.
Because the internet exists.
Yeah, that's true.
Internet is literally meant for memes only.
So
the
like,
internet is. The internet in the future is just going to be ruined. It's going to be like a Mad Max meme world, and everything's just going to be like nothing serious. Yeah, you can no longer do real things. Like you can no longer update your voter registration online. You'll have to go back to doing it like at the library or something, because they'll be like, the internet's just overran by pirates now. They're just sending memes and dick pics. It's probably this generation of like small children today. They're going to grow up to like take over the internet. Like net neutrality is gone or something, but like they're gonna ruin it. Like Comcast won't even be able to sell you internet anymore because like pirates will steal it. You'll be paying to get rid of the internet in the next 10 years. It's gonna get that
the internet just sneaks its way into your home.
You're gonna see
it's like, God damn it! There's internet everywhere in here.
There's gonna be a bunch of hipsters that run into your house and they're gonna grab your Wi-Fi code. And you're gonna be like, no, get out!
Yeah.
Please, no.
I don't even have Wi-Fi. Get out! I don't even have internet.
Don't hotspot here.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's the dark future that we're coming upon.
I think that's what happened. Like,
this is a PSA.
So, like, there's the theory that like civilization hit this huge peak and then like catastrophe hit and like, we had to restart. What if what you just said happened, where it was just, we got to get the fuck out of here, and
reset.
They reset everything, and then that's when the catastrophe hit.
It's probably yeah. I think we're in the middle of it right now. I think it's just we're collapsing.
Yeah, we're at that point in the fucking, when
hate the internet.
Something's like so tall that it just waves around. We're in that wavy point.
That stratosphere of it's going to collapse.
Like, at some point, it's going to get so high where it's... Yeah, that's us.
Yep.
We're heading there. We're heading for the collapse.
I heard this really funny theory, too, where it's like, what if Adam and Eve were Martians? What if all of us are from Mars?
Panspermia, man.
And we fucked up Mars. That's why we have, like, water up there. Oh. And they sent Adam and Eve to colonize Earth. And they were just like, fuck it, we're gonna be like gods.
That's why we're all so ugly, because we're all inbred. That'd be a really, that's a funny theory. Like, it wasn't like just a random, it was like, no, there was a race of humans a long time ago. And they're like, guys, we really fucked up with that internet thing. And they're like, let's take the last of our germs and shoot them to that planet. We're about to die. So
you see that blue rock
maybe in
over
a
there?
billion years that will be something. Or would it come from Venus, right? Because that's like, it's like a greenhouse hell now on Venus. And some people have said, like, we're pretty certain it used to be great. And now it's an actual oven.
It used to be
now
a cool
it's like
place.
2,000 degrees on the surface daily. Yeah, it probably used to be a really cool place.
I don't know if that has
Shit,
anything
it's
to do
hot,
with
bro.
being
Everyone
so
on
close to the
Venus was
sun.
just riffing on their heritage and driving 6-wheel pickup trucks. And then one day they were like, oh my god! And then everything just... Suddenly it was like 300 degrees. And they
Skeeter,
didn't
turn
have
the AC up more. It's hot as fuck.
no one left their pickup trucks. They were like, just crank the AC! And then like...
Roll down a window, shit.
But like the only reason we ended up here is because they were so like not green with how they lived. They used to just shoot. They had coal powered trash cans that would just shoot their trash into space, and they're like, "Fuck it, check it out, Skeeter." And they would just like homemade potato gun their trash into space, and they were like, "Yeah, fuck it, let's fire up another charcoal grill." And then they just they were like, "I'm sure Venus could take another raping or two," and then all of a sudden like. It became 800 degrees and they all died, and we're their garbage that landed on. That's what garbage is about.
That's what
it's a
garbage
concept
is about.
album.
Now we know. It's a
They're
concept
looking at
album.
The former Venetians who just destroyed their planet.
The smart ones.
They all drove monster trucks to work, and they'd like drive over things, and they're like, "Yeah, heritage." They had a lot of the same problems we do today.
This is the embodiment
but
of this show
amplified.
right here.
The smart ones were like, that one's further away from the sun. It'll be cool.
Yeah, they're like, "That's probably the safest bet.
Go.
Send our garbage that way. It's our only hope."
There's like one guy that's smart enough to do that.
They probably had coal-powered computers that they were watching porn on, so like they were shooting actual loads into space, and that's what we're made out of. That's my guess. That's what I would guess. That's probably how we got here.
Yeah, Venetian Genesis.
I mean, prove me wrong.
Oil-based computers.
Yeah, that's what they had.
Wow.
They were like,
Instead
yeah.
of liquid cool, it's oil cooled, but it's not that cool.
It still runs at like 100 degrees. Like, it's really cool in there.
What kind of computer you got? Oh, I got the super premium kind.
Oh, do you still run lead gas on that? Dude, fuck yeah. Is this Venus or what?
Yeah, bro, this is unleaded.
What, you think I'm a pussy?
I ain't no unleaded puss.
This fucking diesel.
I got long cut chew.
We're fucking rolling coal up in here.
I got diesel powered computer.
The guy over there's got E85 computer.
What a pussy. That was like the Venetian Elon Musk over there.
Yeah. While we're on that subject, though, like it's really cool to think because we all search for life in this Goldilocks zone of, and
Habitable
we search for life that is basically or nitrogen based, oxygen based, whatever. Carbon based. Yeah. There. Thank you. And it's like we search for that, but it's like that can't be the only option. There has to be like other based life forms out there. So it's like we just search for life that is like close to us.
But
that we can
98% of life is carbon based
on this planet.
in the universe.
You don't know that.
Suck it.
In,
It's a big
in
Carl
the,
Sagan
in
told
the
me.
known universe. How about that?
I was gonna say you don't know that. It's a big universe.
Here's the thing: everybody says the universe is infinite.
Well, no, I think
It's
It's not
not.
infinite.
It's
I
actually
think
shrinking.
it would mostly be
Well,
carbon.
it's expanding.
No, it's actually shrinking.
Is it?
Whoa, I heard it was
Yes.
expanding. That's what Neil deGrasse Tyson told me.
See, on Joe Rogan, he said it was shrinking.
Oh, but Joe Rogan's
no, on
high.
Neil
On
was
Joe Rogan.
on Joe Rogan.
Oh,
He
that's
said
wait. I
it
did
was-
listen
It'll
to that
shrink
episode.
eventually.
It's shrinking.
Well, that's. I
It'll-
think I've heard. I
it'll
thought
collapse.
I've heard that it's still going out, but like there's theories that it's going to go out and then reach its end and then back in and then Big
See,
Bang again,
That's called the Big Crunch.
which sounds really painful.
Yeah, I heard that it was.
I hope
it
we're
was
still
already
expanding.
starting to come in.
I think it's still expanding.
I don't know.
But I think most life out there would be carbon based because like through astrophysics they can like learn what elements are coming off of a star.
Yeah.
It's the most.
And they can read it,
abundant
yeah.
element
And there's
in
like
the
a lot
whole
of that and
universe, too.
hydrogen. and stuff, and it's like it's all everything we see is like still made of the same shit like around us that we've seen at least.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe past the 13.8 billion or 6,000 year, if that's what you believe, distance, there could be stuff that's like a new element. Probably not, but
We're not Tony Stark here, all right?
Whatever.
Ain't nobody discovered new elements.
I'm just gonna chill here on my
element.
flat Earth and be
Consider my
safe. Be
flat-
safe within my ice wall.
Did you see what Elon Musk tweeted?
No, what's up?
He's like, how come there's no flat Mars theory?
Ooh,
And the guy was like,
I've heard those
Because
guys.
Mars has been observed to be round.
Yeah, I've heard
Thanks.
so many of those people. They're like, no, our Earth is flat, but like, there's definitely round planets up there. And I'm like,
Ours
what?
just hasn't been observed round.
Yeah, like,
Please.
I'm like, so what? So we are like the one, like we're the one flat disc, but everything. I love their.
we're the fucking frisbee.
I
while
love,
everybody else
I
is
love the flat Earth people who like their big thing is that like every government is lying to us about space. I'm like, why? Like, what would they gain? None of us are gonna go regardless. Like, even if we found out tomorrow, they're like, do you know space is made up? Like, I still have to go to work tomorrow. Like, what would anyone have to gain from lying to us about space?
I think one of my favorite flat Earth memes is
They
the-
could literally
the
be like, the moon.
dinosaurs.
They could be like, the moon is made of cheese, turns out. And I'd be like, probably. I don't see why not.
I hope it's American.
Like, it's actually Gouda.
No!
Gouda's really good, though.
I love the meme where it's like it's the flat Earth theory, and then there's dinosaurs on Earth, and the meteor comes and it just flips the disc, and then the dinosaurs go flying out into space. They're like, "Fuck!"
That's probably what happened. I like my favorite theory is that cigarettes killed the dinosaurs.
What?
That
I
they
have
just
not
all
heard
they
this.
saw. I just
They just
it
all
was
started
it was
smoking.
it was a Far Side comic
They
I
didn't
read
have Dare.
years
I
ago.
thought you were about to say, I made it up.
No,
They didn't have
read
truth.
I read it in a comic.
They didn't have truth, so they
Yeah,
just
they
all
didn't. They
died.
didn't have Dare or any of that. But they were all these dinosaurs were hanging out near a cave, like smoking cigarettes.
I don't know about
That
you guys.
I've also read that dinosaurs died when they ate all the food on the surface, so they had to dig underground to find more food, and they got trapped and died, and that's why their bones are underground. And I was like, yeah, it makes sense. That's
Holy shit.
Wow.
that's your condensed 6,000 year history version of it.
Totally. I'm really glad that while we're on the subject of like stupid people, that Facebook.
Glad that you had me on here.
Yeah, bro.
Professional idiot.
Toy.
It's gonna be some toy theories I have for you guys. Get your tin hats out.
So I'm really glad that Facebook has like the smartest thing they've done recently in years is to limit the amount of misinformation being spread by anti-vaxxers.
Oh yeah, I think I read something.
Dude,
about
I've
that.
been going hard.
Yeah,
I've been
love
going
that.
hard
That
on the
inspired-
anti-vax
I've been posting
memes.
some Dick Smash
curious
posts
on
about that.
why It seems like every fucking meme you post now.
It's just all
that-
anti-vax.
I'm like, dude,
I was like,
what
Dick
has he
takes
got
this
against
personally.
that now?
I am anti-vax.
I was like, this guy's got to be
These
dead now.
morons.
I just recently got my driver's license updated, and like nowadays you need like a social security card and a birth certificate if you want like a real ID or whatever.
You want the star?
Well, you're a real American, yeah. So that's what I got. But
Do you
I
want
was
a
like,
star?
yeah, I'm
So you
waiting
can
on it. I'm
fly?
waiting on it in the mail. Yeah, incredible. But I had to get. I didn't because I tried getting my license like almost 2 years ago. And they were like, oh, do you have a birth certificate, a lock of hair, and a file of semen? And I'm like, oh, no, did I need all that? And they're like, yeah, if you want to be real, bro. And I was like, fuck. So I had to get my birth certificate. It was at my mom's still. And she's like, yeah, I have all this crap for you. And I was digging through the stuff, and one of them's like my immunizations record. And I'm like, good, that's why I haven't gotten measles, because I got injected.
That's why I'm not dead.
That's why I haven't died yet.
My favorite, I posted probably my favorite anti-vax meme so far. I think yesterday. It's from Endgame when he meets Gamora, when Thanos meets Gamora.
That's my favorite.
And it says when the anti-vax kid lives past 3, and it's like, oh, you have a little fight in you.
Yeah, I didn't get it, but I think I liked that one.
You've got fight in you, child.
I posted that Dick Smash thing about anti-vax because of you, because I kept reading that and I'm like, anti-vax is really hot right now, or pro-vax.
Yeah,
Vaxing
pro-vax.
is really hot right now. So Aaron and I had talked about it before. I'm like, we should just write a song about like vax your kids or you're a goddamn idiot.
Anti-vaxxers are
Come on.
dicks.
Yeah, that
Just
was
keep
probably...
the theme. Keep the theme.
Yeah, I think that's what I was calling it in my head. Anti-vaxxers are dicks.
I love that you have a theme with, like, Christopher Columbus is dicks. Terrorists are dicks.
Yeah.
Anti-vaxxers are dicks.
It just fits. We also wanted... Yeah, we
The dick fits.
just call out a bunch of people, but, like, we also kind of wanted to call out some good people and call them dicks, just to keep people guessing, like...
Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, Dwayne Johnson's a dick. And they'll be like, what? Really? I thought he was a really cool guy. Like, no, not the Dwayne Johnson I know.
For everybody else. He does every movie. No actor has a job. He's a dick. He stole Vin Diesel's franchise.
Oh, man.
I'm ready for Hobbs and Shaw.
A what?
Hobbs and Shaw.
It's one of those, like, 8 million Fast and the Furious movies. I guess it's a spin-off.
Hobbs and Shaw's a spinoff?
I guess. I don't know. I haven't watched any of those movies for, like, the past, like, 5.
I've never seen a Fast and Furious, but I saw the other day that there's like 20 of them now.
Yeah. Like I said, I watched, like, the first 3. I was like, the first one's cool. I mean, it's basically just a remake of that, like, Point Break movie, just with cars. And then the second one, you're like, this one's alright. And then you watch the third one, which was Tokyo Drift, which is, like, the ugly stepchild one that nobody claims anymore.
I remember that when it came out. I thought that was like the hottest. Just based off the trailers. I haven't seen it, but
So you watch that one and you're like, oh, this is terrible. And then they're like, wait, we're going to get the original cast back and we're going to actually make it more of like a heist movie. And then you're like, okay.
I feel like a lot of movies these days are just bad.
I agree.
Or it's like so many of them are they're like, let's make another sequel to the
Blame will vouch for
Spider-Man.
this. I am very jaded with movies. Extremely.
I'm not into sorry, Dick. I'm not into comics and like superheroes, but like they're always like, what if we made another Batman movie? And I'm like, what if not? What if like I already know his story? Like his parents are dead and his superpower is money. Like next.
Even
And they're like, you heard of Deadpool? And I'm like, what is that? And they're like, he's like a backwards Spider-Man. He's like different color, like slightly different theme Spider-Man, but with no web powers. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Nope.
I'm not
really into it.
He's like Spider-Man, so he's like Flyman.
And then they're like, what if we just kept doing Star Wars movies? And I'm like, I'll watch it, but
I'm not gonna lie.
you should make. I mean, I've loved them all, but I'm like, you should really focus on something new. But I will still watch it.
No,
It's like I feel like maybe it's the same with like metal and music because it's so much easier and cheaper to make this stuff that now any idiot is like making these huge franchises of every medium of art. So it's like they can just hardcore tailor to like 5 people. They're like, we're gonna make 90 more Star Wars movies, and like 2 people are like, do it.
We live in an age of mass consumption, so
Yeah, we are true gluttons.
America.
America. Like I said, Blake will test this. I am so jaded with movies. Like, I saw Tyler's post about Alita.
Dude, Alita was really fucking good. We went and saw it together.
You two are the only people I've heard say that is a good movie.
Which is the opposite of what I've heard. Because Andrew Poor from Poor 360 and Foodies Watching Movies, and his other show, View, I've heard so far, which was 9 out of 10.
See, I watched the trailer, and I'm just like, this looks like shit.
Dude, it was good. I implore you to give it a shot.
I'm not going to.
I think you should.
I'm not gonna. Because I made my opinion from the trailer, and I'm just like, this looks awful.
It was a fun movie. No, it was the choreography was really good. The CGI was excellent because it's James Cameron, so like we're gonna get that Avatar fucking CGI. It was good. It was a good movie.
I say bring back miniatures and puppets. I have a CG degree and like I hate CGI movies. I'm always like, it looks fake. It always
Practical
does.
effects were cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
practical
fucking
effects
small
are also
soldiers, bro.
real.
Small
Soldiers ripped. Was that all practical effects?
Yeah, those were all practical, no CGI.
That's why it's incredible.
I don't think that had any CGI.
Practical effects make movies great.
And you know what though? If you're gonna go
Star Wars movies.
Yeah, that's right. The new ones they've been making are all practical, right?
Mostly.
That's
I think
read.
Force
Like-
Awakens was definitely.
Yeah.
They've gone back to like
Okay.
that stuff. Obviously, they have CGI, but it's way better than like What, episode 1 was
Yeah,
able
they
to
didn't just like
produce?
CG an abortion like Jar Jar Binks into every scene and be like, oh, that's really cool, right? People are gonna love that. Or no, like when they went back and did the special editions of 4, 5, and 6, and they're like, what if we just made like dinosaurs just hanging out?
They
in the
don't
background
match at all.
Yeah, and it's like, what the hell is that? Dude, what bothered me the most about that remake in A New Hope was when they like showed Mos Eisley and they had all these new like space dinosaurs in the background, and I'm like, what do those things eat? Like they're on a desert, and you're like, let's bring in like a 9,000-ton creature that lives off of air.
Well, I mean, like, the scene where, like, Han is talking to Jabba in A New
Oh,
Hope.
that's so bad.
Oh,
And, like,
that's
you have
right.
Han, who's, like, obviously real. But then you have Jabba, who's just, like,
CG.
this, like, glowing, vibrant thing.
I
It's like,
forgot they
the
put that in-
colors don't even.
I had the original trilogy on VHS.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a 4th tape that was the making of, and they had that scene shot with a human standing in for Jabba, and they were like, oh, we thought about this, but like, there's no way to do it with the puppet, it was too much, but like, here's the shot in case we'd done it. And I remember watching it being like, that'd have been a pretty cool scene, and then years later they're like, we did it! And I'm like, nope.
I'm glad they
This is
cut that.
bad.
I'm like, this is weird.
So bad.
This is really weird with him moving just so freely.
And then, like, in Return of the Jedi, you finally see Jabba, and it's like, this is what I want.
Yeah.
But then there's that CGI monstrosity piece of shit
And the
in-
Phantom Menace.
in A New Hope.
Oh, and the remake special edition. one?
Yeah. Dude, I watched all of the remakes in theaters when they came out, because they did all of that leading up to Phantom Menace.
Yeah, that's right. They came out in like
Menace.
99, didn't they?
Yeah.
98, 99?
Well, Phantom Menace came out in 98, I believe.
Oh, I thought that was 2000.
No, it came out in 99.
Okay, 99.
Because they
Well,
come
it was
out
around
3 year,
then,
they
yeah.
come out
Well,
3-year cycles, and I remember
97
2002 was the technical
97 and 98, they had the original trilogy in theaters, and I was
The
fortunate.
special edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
saw
fortunate
those
enough to
in
watch
theaters.
them.
I can't. I keep forgetting that they're that old now because I feel like I only saw the special editions in like
See, I thought
college,
I thought
like
they came
literally
out around
6 or
college.
7 years ago.
Yeah.
I knew they were older, but like I don't remember because I mean, yeah, growing up, I just watched the original VHS.
Yeah.
that my dad had, and he's like,
Brandon
"This is Star
Stone
Wars."
is fortunate enough to have every copy, or the original Star Wars, unedited.
On Laserdisc.
No,
I've heard that's like the best.
No, he has
picture
it
you
digital.
get for the
He has it
original.
on like
Really?
digital copy of them.
Dude, I gotta. In college, my roommate and I had downloaded the originals because we watched 4, 5, and 6 in like one day once, and we were like, "This is gonna be awesome."
This was before they were episodic, and it wasn't numbered then.
Really? Well, wasn't 5 and 6 numbered? Because I thought 4 came out originally as just Star
It was
Wars.
just Star Wars.
Yes.
But then when they were like, "We're gonna keep doing this," then they were like, "It's now called 4."
Well, yeah, because then they came out with a novelization of it.
The books?
The books,
They came out with those back in those days?
yeah, the Star Wars A
Really?
New Hope novelization, or it was still just Star Wars. It literally had the premise of the entire prequel series, minus Jar Jar.
Oh, so that really wasn't.
No,
a
like
thing.
it had like Emperor Senator or Supreme Chancellor Palpatine and Anakin Skywalker. Like this is Star Wars before you know that Anakin even has a name. Darth Vader even has a name, and
Whack. I really liked. I know I'm alone in this, but I really liked the holiday special.
I'm surprised you've seen it.
I think twice.
So, our friend Austin
Yep.
Welsh, he worked for BuzzFeed for a while, and he actually participated in a reaction video of the holiday special.
Just watch it. Don't even waste your time watching people watch it. Watch it yourself, alone in a dark room, like just maybe one beer. Really sad.
Just be ready to cry.
I have seen it. It's bad.
My favorite thing about it was like right at the beginning, the like 10+ minute scene between
The
Chewie's
Wookiees.
son and dad, and they're talking in Wookiee, and the whole time you're like, were they gonna go back and add captions? Because they didn't. There's no captions, and you're just sitting there watching it like,
What?
is this the whole movie? Like I kind of hope it is, but also.
But then they go into that badass like animated Boba Fett shit.
Yeah, then
right?
like halfway through the movie, they're like, "You still with us? It's a cartoon now."
And this is before Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
So before Boba Fett was actually introduced.
That's right. Yeah.
So this is where Boba Fett got his badassery from.
See, yeah, I was never a big Boba Fett fan.
No.
Yeah, it's funny because like I didn't real. I mean, I guess maybe I was late to the internet or just didn't care about it. But yeah, it's like as a kid, I remember being like, and I'm like, it's a guy with the helmet who died in like the one scene he's in, and they're like, yeah, but
ate by the
you gotta read the full backstory. He's a badass, and I'm like, is he though? I'm like, I feel like you see him once, and
You
he
gotta
dies
read the EU.
like a bitch.
You gotta read the expanded universe, bro.
Yeah, like no, dude, I don't know. Only the movies are canon. I refuse to accept the books.
He got kicked in the face, but not really because of Luke's foot.
Well, I hate when the
He
I hate
fell down
like
in a worm.
there were rumors about they're gonna make a 10, 11, 12 with Boba. He never died. He climbed out of the Sarlacc, and I'm like, no, he died. Like, I'm sorry.
In the EU.
Internet nerd. Yeah, they're like, no, he got out. Like,
He got out.
People just really liked his outfit, so they're like, let's make him a badass.
That's what they did with Darth Maul.
Yeah, I've heard other people who are like, oh, in the EU he survived, and I'm like, dude, he got chopped in half and
It's
fell down
canon.
a never-ending
It's
pit.
canon now.
It is canon.
Oh,
He
that's right,
survived.
they did.
Clone Wars, he survived.
I forgot they show him.
Like I said,
they,
he's so
I don't want to
popular,
spoiler
people
it,
are
but
like, man,
they
It
did
is.
show him at the end of some movie recently. didn't
So
they
they had
forgot
in the Clone
about that.
Wars. He survived in If you
Oh,
watch
for
Clone
fuck's
Wars,
sake.
that's not a spoiler at all, really. And then you watch Rebels, which takes place after Solo. So yeah, and then you watch
I love Solo.
I still haven't seen Solo. I need to.
So-
It's on
That is my
Netflix.
favorite one to come out in my
Watch it on
lifetime.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Is
If
it on
not, I
Netflix? Is it
haven't.
really?
Yeah.
I might watch it tonight. I'm not gonna, but like, I might look at it. I don't have time, but I might look at it on the screen and be like,
Solo's-
add that to my queue. That I
Solo
always
isn't
ignore.
the best, but you
It's
know,
my
it's,
favorite.
one, it's not nearly as bad as anybody said it was.
Did
Two,
people hate it?
Oh, people were hating on it, and they didn't even see it.
Yeah. I feel
Uh,
like it's like that with almost any movie that
It's-
comes out now.
Why I hate love, because I mean I just said it about the superhero movies that they should stop, but also with these, like I'm gonna watch them because I love Star Wars, but
Yeah.
like I know it's like it's not good for your health.
I didn't really
but,
like
like,
Rogue One that much.
I just think it's weird when people like post these reviews online about how much you fucking hated Solo, and I'm like, all right, first of all, let's remember what you're watching. You're watching like a delayed sequel side story to a sequel that never even should have happened. Like, we're so deep into the nerdverse right now that like if you're just coming in as a neutral, like, get the fuck out. Like, this isn't for you anymore. It's like when people were like, well, Fantastic Beasts 2 was terrible, and I'm like, yeah, Harry Potter's over. They're literally just trying to do more with it. It's like they're grasping at straws
They're
to make
milking
them,
this thing
and they're like,
dry.
let's make 5 movies.
For the record, I'm gonna get back to Solo. But for the record, I like Fantastic Beasts 2 more than 1.
I think I might have liked one. I liked them both, but I think I probably liked one more. I mean, I'm gonna see them all. Like, even if I'm mad that
I
they're
I
gonna
like
make
the
10 or
Grindelwald
whatever.
shit. I like the Grindelwald shit.
I
Yeah,
haven't seen any of them. I
Johnny
didn't like
Depp.
Harry Potter.
I think he's great as Grindelwald.
Grindelwald,
Oh, excuse me.
German.
Johnny Depp's no longer a Pirates of the Caribbean.
Good. They don't need to make those anymore.
Those are
as
dumb.
we're talking about
But
like
they should make
the
another
expanded
fan-
Harry Potter and
It's
so
the
and Star
expanded,
Wars shit.
extended,
But they're still
full Blu-ray
making them.
universe.
Oh my
yeah.
god,
They kicked Johnny Depp out of the series.
that's silly.
They kicked him out, but they're still making movies?
Yeah, no, they like booted him from the movie.
And that's
Why?
sad because the last movie was actually good.
See, I haven't seen that one.
Dead Man Tell No
Tales
Tales was actually decent.
Yeah, I saw the one
'Cause
before.
They actually had Orlando.
They have a movie
Bloom in
called
it.
Dead Men Tell No Tales. Is it about heroin?
It's got Javier Bardem.
Yeah, dude, he played
And
he
he's
always plays a good
He's
villain.
a great actor, man.
Yeah.
Skyfall.
Skyfall was
Boom.
excellent.
Yeah.
The Bond movie?
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Who was in it that's in Pirates? Or
Javier Bardem, so the guy that played the villain from Skyfall, that kept going after M.
Yeah.
He's the villain in Dead Men Tell No Tales.
I was thinking Casino Royale, but also Skyfall.
Dude,
Now I know who you're talking
Casino
about.
Royale is awesome.
Yes. And
Dude,
then,
my friend
and then
and
we
I-
had Quantum of Solace. Like, who gives
Dude,
a
I
fuck?
gotta get it. Maybe for the Saturday pod. But my friend and I, like just a couple years ago, he got drunk one night and bought the full James Bond Blu-ray. He did this
Nice.
a lot
I
with
did that a
Blu-ray
while
sets,
ago.
but we watched them all again, and we had a pork counter going where we would just tally up how many times Bond did the deed in a movie, and then we would rank the hotness of the ladies and then determine who had the best average in every movie. And,
That could be a whole podcast.
and he has the original note still at his house, but like I remember too, because like we would also review the movies, and I remember seeing Casino Royale when it came out and not caring for it, and like always thinking because they were mine when I grew up, I was like, Pierce Brosnan was the best. But like when I watched them again like last year, I'm like, dude, the Brosnan movies are the worst. And I think since Connery, I'm like, Daniel Craig's been the best. And I'm like, Casino Royale is one of the best. But both times, I think we watched it twice, and we're like, I don't remember Quantum of Solace. Like it starts, and then suddenly it ended.
Well, see,
and I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Daniel Craig's 4 movies, it was good, bad, good, bad.
Yeah.
Like Spectre wasn't that
I say
great.
good, okay,
No, it
good,
wasn't.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
Spectre was
I remember
not.
Spectre and Solace both were like, I don't remember either.
Solace
of them.
gets better the more you
The
watch
more
it.
you watch them, then they get better. But I will say this: I didn't realize that these movies were prequels for the
Yeah.
longest time. It took me forever to realize that Daniel Craig is technically, by timeline, the first Bond.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they did not hold back with the technology. Kind of like Star Wars 1. They're like, what if the ships are way more future-y looking? And you're like, was there a war that happened after this? Like, I guess the Clone Wars. I guess that maybe that did make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like,
What do you guys think of the possibility of Idris Elba playing the next Bond?
isn't he not going to? Wasn't that Charles Minor on The Office?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Was he?
Yeah, I think his character's name was Charles.
I
'Cause he was
fucking love
the
Idris
black
Elba.
guy who
He
took
played
over
for
the.
Jan's position.
Yeah, he was like the boss of Dunder Mifflin Scranton for like a couple episodes.
I fucking
That's like
love Idris
people are
Elba.
like, yeah, people are like Idris Elba. He's this great actor, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. And I saw a picture, and I'm like, oh, Charles Minor, and everyone's like, what? No, he was like a million other things, and I'm like, no, he was in The Office. That's all he's done ever. And I'm like, it'd be cool. I'd be down.
I think Henry Cavill.
No, I thought at first, like when I heard that, I was like, yeah, I guess that'd be cool.
I want to see Idris Elba.
But then
I do wanna see
I started hearing all the people online who were like enraged at the thought of a black man playing Bond, and I'm like, you know what? It needs to be a black trans woman to be Bond, just to watch them lose their
That's
shit.
funny you say that because I saw a HardTimes.net article and it says Scarlett Johansson to play first black Bond.
Yeah, I want. Now I'm almost
Like,
like, now I'm almost like, we've had like 25 great Bonds. Like, let's just make it dumb, just to make people so like the purists will get so mad. They'll be like, the first male Moneypenny and the first black Bond,
Well,
Scarlett Johansson.
You remember how like pissed off people got when Doctor Who was a woman?
Yeah.
Like people threw a fit that Doctor Who was going to be a woman this
Look,
time.
I don't want to talk about Doctor Who on this podcast.
Well, I'm just saying. Like,
We
it's
have a whole podcast dedicated to Doctor Who. And
I'm
Really?
just saying that's a
Let's
comparable.
leave it there.
It's a comparable.
Yeah, but yeah, that whole like, it's like they've made like a ton of episodes or movies. It's like, fuck it, like who cares?
If you like Doctor Who, check out Gallif Radio on the Journey into Comics Network. Now I don't have to plug that later.
See,
The-
I think it should be Henry Cavill because if you've seen the movie Man from U.N.C.L.E., he can play that like smooth, sophisticated guy who's charming, and he's English.
That's all you need.
Go ahead.
Isn't Idris Elba English too?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would be my second choice.
He's the villain. In
I thought
Hobbs and
though
Cops.
I'd heard though that
Hobbs and Cops.
Elba himself said he wasn't going to do it, or like that they're already not pursuing it. Like it was a rumor, and he was like, "I'm not doing it."
Dude, I would love to see that because I'd
I'd still be cool, but yeah, like I just
I want to
remember.
see Jonah Hill play
Oh
James Bond.
god.
Oh,
I want to see. So
I don't care who plays Bond. I just want Emma Watson as Moneypenny. Is that so much to ask? Like
this is gonna blow your mind.
She
That
should
would
be in it.
amazing.
it'd be
Yes.
toy.
This is gonna blow your mind.
What?
So, the next 21 Jump Street movie was supposed to be a 21 Jump Street Men in Black crossover.
Movies have got to stop. We're done with movies. There's no more movies. That was whatever movie just came out was the last movie. They're done. We've lost the privilege to movies. No.
The
No,
greatest
no.
shit ever.
That's like stop.
No, not they. Movies.
I was
Movies
the last
have to
time I was in a
stop.
movie theater, probably to watch some deep nerd Star Wars spin-off, and I'm like, this one's okay, the rest are dumb. And they had a trailer for another superhero movie, and it was like you might know what I'm talking about, but it was like Batman versus Superman or something.
Yeah.
And like they showed it after all the like explosions. They're like Batman versus Superman, and I just out loud was like, are they running out of ideas? I'm like, what is this? No,
It
like
ended up being like the worst superhero movie of all
good.
time.
It looked terrible. I was
Oh,
like,
it
guys,
was bad.
just do something
Oh,
new.
It had good things in it. It was just a terrible movie.
That was like,
Done fucked up.
well, there was some. I remember like several years ago, there was some Transformer. It wasn't Transformers, but it was like that because it was just big robots.
Oh, Pacific Rim.
Yeah, yeah, and I remember so many friends were like, "Yeah, it's great." They're like, "It's not good, but like it looks robots and explosions." And I'm like,
there were cool movies.
and I'm like, "Is
There
that
were
it
cool
though? Like, is
movies,
there even a
absolutely.
story?" And they're like,
They got
kind of-
Charlie Day.
I love Charlie Day.
They got Charlie Day, so why not?
I love It's Always Sunny. It's one of my favorite shows
Yeah.
ever.
My favorite moment in Always
Yeah,
Sunny.
we should just take a break from movies, maybe. Just like a couple years of just nothing from the box office.
Movies are done.
Or like indie films only, weird, dumb,
I
low
remember
under the radar films.
So, like, the 6 months that I lived with Scotty, where he lived not in our apartment, and I just had the place to myself, I binged 30 Rock and Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to the point in Always Sunny in Philadelphia where it was the Christmas episode.
Did you fuck my mom?
Yeah! And, like, Charlie's, like, realizing that all these Santa Clauses over the years were just, like, guys coming over and fucking his mom. And then he sees the mall Santa, and he gets super triggered. And he just like, plows through all these kids, like, just slowly, just making his way, like, just pushing them out of the fucking way. He makes his way up to this fucking Santa Claus.
He sits on his lap.
He sits on his lap, and he whispers in his ear, "Did you fuck my mom?"
Well, no, Santa looks at him and goes, "What do you want for Christmas, boy?" And he gets surprised because he sees Charlie, who's this grown man, on his lap. And Charlie just looks at him and goes, "Did you fuck my mom?"
Which, it blew my fucking mind, because this was a TV show.
Yeah.
So I wasn't expecting him to actually say fuck. And then he said
He says it repeatedly, too.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. And this is like 23-year-old me, like, just being my mind blown by hearing the word fuck.
He attacks Santa and he's just screaming, "Did you fuck my mom? Did you fuck my mom?"
And he bit his ear off, didn't? No,
I think he like bit his nose.
he bit him in the neck.
Oh man.
Somewhere. He bit him somewhere.
He's like, "I'll punch your fucking jugular."
My favorite Always Sunny moment is actually, I think, from the last season that was on Hulu. So was it 12, I think?
I haven't watched much
But they
since
go
season
to
7.
They go to a water park, and they find out that like they're tired of waiting on all these lines, so they pretend that Frank has AIDS
From space.
so he can like plug it. Nice plug.
Nice.
So they can cut in the lines and go down the little water slides and everything like immediately. Well, they have this one that's like closed because it hasn't opened yet. And it's just a straight shot down.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Charlie, let's go do it. There's no water on it." And Frank's like, they're like, "Frank, you go first because you got us here with your AIDS thing." And he's like, "All right, I'll go." And he's like, "I need some water." So just pour a bottle of water on it. Like, "All right, that should do it." And all of a sudden you hear like, Frank goes down it and you just hear this like skin against plastic.
Oh yeah.
And you just hear Frank going, "Ah!" And he like, as he's going down screaming, "My back, my back, my back." He gets out of the water and blood is just pouring off his back.
Oh,
And
God.
the lifeguards are like, blow their whistles, are like, "AIDS blood, get out of the water." And like kids are freaking out and the lifeguards don't give a shot and Frank's just like, "Ah, it burns."
Dude,
Uh,
now that we're on the subject of Always Sunny, do you remember Crow Team?
The band, yeah. I
There is
only
an-
seen a few episodes, but that band ripped, man. I remember
there's a
listening to their band camp
two-man
like all the
band.
time.
2-man band, Tucker from Thorax, now now Throwing of Iron, which I'm wearing a Thorax shirt.
Represent.
Represent and rest in peace. They're done.
They die.
No, they called it quits recently. So it's Nate. Wow, Tucker and Nico from Lawbringer, and it's a 2-man band. They wrote a 10-minute album in 9 hours.
They wrote that whole thing in 9 hours.
They wrote the whole thing in 9 hours.
It's really good, and it sounds really
Dude,
good.
it's a 10-minute album.
Yeah, it's ripping.
It puts your 20-song albums to shame, man.
It's very Nails.
Dude, yeah,
It reminded me of
it's,
very short, very that same like super
and it's
grindy production.
All the songs are Always Sunny in Philadelphia themed.
I remember, yeah, they played at
But
Field Day a couple years ago.
They played it. Yeah,
They played at Field Day, and I remember because it was night, and I was really drunk, and all of a sudden I was outside, and I was just
and there's a guy on stage just doing deadlifts.
Yeah, and I just remember something. It was like
they seriously just had a bar.
Like a third guy doing it, like not someone in the band, or was it?
No, they just had a
band?
bar on stage, and people were doing deadlifts.
Oh, I just remember it was one of those like I was pretty drunk, and then all of a sudden I saw this band, and I'm like, I'm sober now. I was like, these guys are ripping.
Dude,
this guitar tone is tight.
Seriously, Croteam
trying to fight Chris in the grass pit.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Like 10 minutes of just incredible music, and it's just crushing. Like they have the dentist system. They have a song dedicated to the dentist system.
Yeah.
Pop Pop the Final Solution, which is a 3-second song. 3 seconds. And all it is just really fast music for 3 seconds, and someone screaming, "Fuck you, Nazi bitch!" That's it. But no, like there's like
I actually went and watched a couple episodes of It's Always Sunny from listening to that album because I was like, I gotta get the reference because they had one too about that episode where they drank like 100 beers on a plane flight or something.
Oh my god.
Like
Charlie.
Yeah.
They had like the tallies on their shirts.
Yeah, and they were keeping they had a song about that, and they had a song about the dentist system, I remember, yeah, because I watched that episode.
It's Croteam, King of the Rats.
Yeah, King of the Rats.
A Very Sunny Christmas, Charlie Work, the dentist system, the World Series defense, the Gang Beats Boggs, Frank's Little Beauties.
The plain one, Gang Beats Boggs, I think that was
the
it.
Nightman Cometh, the Gang Gets
I was about to say, they've got to
Invincible.
have something about the Nightman.
Patty's Pub, home of the original Kitten Mittens, Pop Pop, the Final Solution. 2 seconds, my bad. I said it was 3 seconds. It is 2 seconds.
There you go. Terrible.
Yeah, that's it.
Really crisp production.
Yeah, dude, the production on it was really good.
One of those guys live in a studio, like how?
Nico does.
Okay.
He does his own.
Yeah, like I'll
production.
see some local-ish bands, and like most people sound like they were recorded on a potato, but every now and again you find one that's like too good, and you're like, which one of you works at Guitar Center? Like, yeah, right off the bat, you're like, damn, like this is straight up pro sounding. Yeah, sounds like Kurt Ballou.
What's up with this one?
A Very Sunny Christmas. This is the opening track. The longest song is 2 minutes 7 seconds. Oh wait, no, 2 minutes 13 seconds. For Gang Beats Balls. Here's Dentist System.
This shit sounds clean.
He just flips off the Dentist System.
You're a fucking sociopath. That's my favorite part.
They make him from Magnum condoms for his monster dog.
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've listened to this, but goddamn.
In a while.
All right, we're starting to run a little long. I need to get some food in my belly.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Want to get some Taco Bell?
I'm down with that.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. It's time for plugs. So
join Podcaster Free next week when Dick and Dave mud wrestle in the basement right here.
I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Live pay-per-view. You heard it here.
That's gonna happen.
That's what Dave told me yesterday.
Ah, man, he needs to talk to me.
He said you told him that.
I don't want to mud wrestle him. I want to mud hug him.
It'll probably be a little of both.
It'll probably be a little of both. Yeah.
This is wrestling just hugging.
Once again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, subscribe to the Journey into Comics Network. You get a lot of shows like Journey into Comics, Journey into Wrestling, Gallif Radio, like I mentioned earlier, Foodies Watching Movies, Adulting Ain't Easy, Kids for Sale, Journey into Wrestling.
Hug. You already said it.
Port 360, Voice of Survival, Crucial Tunes,
Just
Brews
write
with
this shit
Dudes, Dungeons with Dudes, and you get a lot of shows. That's the point. So check out the Journey into Comics Network, our home network. If you're on the Journey into Comics Network and you haven't already, subscribe to Podcastrophe on iTunes or Podbean or all of our social medias, and you'll get our show every Tuesday live.
Yep.
And you'll get a bunch of extra content like Happy Fun Metal Time with Nick and Dick every other Saturday. I think we're gonna release the audio version on Tuesdays. And then you'll also get the Game of Thrones special mini-series coming in another month or two.
Tyler and myself are currently working on a project.
Yeah, they're working on a project. There might be another project also being worked on that I know about that might involve Tyler and somebody else.
Yep.
So please subscribe to us on Podbean and iTunes. Just search Podcastrophe, and check us out live on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook every Tuesday live around 5:30 or 6. It's been 6 o'clock recently.
Follow me on Twitch too.
And follow Matt on Twitch. Probably the Mediocre Gamer soon.
Yeah, well, it's actually just Matty D.
I'm probably gonna be streaming a lot more recently, or a lot more here coming up, because I have the capability to stream now and
Some porn dungeon.
decent games. So
Word. Like I said, dude, download that Apex game.
I will.
We'll play.
You're
together.
not the first person to tell me to play that.
We'll play together and we'll stream together.
I'll play with my Xbox Pro controller.
I guess.
All
Wait. Real
What?
quick though. What's that controller? That white one right there.
That is my PS4 controller.
Why didn't you just download a driver for your computer?
Yeah,
and
dude,
use
even
that
I've
one?
done that.
Because I didn't know I could do that.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't know I could do that.
Finish your
honestly.
plugs, goddammit.
If that is all. Keegan, thank you so much for joining today.
Thank
Yeah,
you
it's
for
been-
giving me Tyler's beer.
It's been.
It was really
Thank
good.
you for remembering that. It's been a blast having you on. Hopefully it's not too far between the next time you're on.
Yeah. I'll come back.
Thank you again, Matt, for taking Tyler's place today.
Absolutely.
And
That's why I'm here.
maybe Tyler will be back next week if he's not a pussy. I'm making the pussy symbol. With my
Got
hands.
him.
Got him. All right. Please make every day a big dick day. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Yeah, you already heard the plugs live stream, so